Hey, what's up, y'all? Let's bring that down just a little bit. Oh, boy. Hello, hello, hello. How's the volume? How's my levels? Yo, hello, everyone. Oh, man, it's been a while, hasn't it? Hey, what's up, Twiz? Oh, my gosh. Everybody, hello. Oh boy, it has been a hot minute. How's everyone been? Hey, thank you for the 6 months, Aetherius. Brought to you by Q. Thank you for 14 months. Jeez. What is up? We back, y'all. Those subscriber badges looking extra tight. Beautiful. Oh man, I haven't talked to you guys since my honeymoon. That's right. Well, for anyone who's curious, my honeymoon was amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was really the best. Oh, man. I definitely still wish I was back there sometimes, but, you know, all good things come to an end. Don't cry because it's over. Be glad because it happened. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for 4 months, Ravensburg. Thank you, CP. 18 months, my gosh. Oh, no. Yeah, if any of you guys lost your streak, that's certainly my fault. You can blame me. Let's go get mad at Twitch corporate. I'm sure they'll be stoked. Yo, Hype Train, what's up? Hey, oh, level 2 immediately. Wow. Okay, sick. Where have I been? Well, basically, it's been kind of crazy. So we had our honeymoon, right? And we were gone for like 2.5 weeks, I would say. Yo, thank you for the gifted sub, Nod Nelgs. We were gone for about 2.5 weeks. And then when we got back, we immediately had a wedding. Yo, Twiz, thank you for 2 gifted subs. Much appreciated. We immediately had another wedding, a friend's wedding. And then, so like that week was like 3 days max, and I wasn't there on Friday. And then the following weekend, we had like another event that we had to fly out for. So I wasn't there on Friday then either. And instead of kind of streaming in the middle of the week, I opted to just use as much time as I could to work. Because, as you guys know, I'm trying really, really hard to get, you know, 1.1.0 out. I'm really excited to show it off today. It's pretty cool, and I have you know what? Give me a second here. I want to make sure that my Jira tickets are still kind of all displaying. Because, yeah, okay, we'll be good. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, okay, so just FYI, over the time that I was gone with my wife on our honeymoon, Lizzie put together a 9-page document on all the stuff that she found during testing while I was away. So we really owe her a massive thanks, and the rest of the team for everything they've done. Lizzie, I mean, per usual, y'all know Lizzie. She's above and beyond the Call of Duty, and also above and beyond what seems to be possible for a human. Which is really weird. I don't know if you guys know this, but my wife's name is Liz as well, and my wife is also, like, insanely productive. So I'm starting to wonder, you two, like, is there something about being named Liz or Lizzie that just makes you, like, a superhuman, productive person? Yeah, Lizzie stays goated. Absolutely. So yeah, that was seriously, like, so helpful. Basically, what I got to do is I got to come back to just, like, a clearly delineated list of issues. Now, I've been working as hard as I can the past whatever month or whatever it's been to kind of address everything and get everything sorted. And I'm really, really happy with where we're at. The two last things that kind of need to be done. You can see here. Let's see. Here, I'll bring my Jira over. Also, this Gusty Garden Galaxy is 10 hours. 10 hours of Gusty Garden. Oh yeah, Lizzie didn't just denote everything. She had fixes for several bugs as well. What are they going to hate you for? Yeah, of course you can call me BB. Watch Two-Lace. You know, you got the history. Feel free to call me BB. The sewers. Oh, for not being able to put stuff in the sewers. Yep, it's true. So there's a lot of improvements. As you can see here, we've got 244 issues in the done category, right? That's all for 1. It says 1.01, but what it actually means is 1.1.0. That's a holdover from back when it was supposed to be like a little patch. In the testing category, these are all fixes that are done, but that we still need to kind of test for certain to make sure that they are fixed. But let's just go ahead and say, you know, for the sake of conversation, that those are all either fixed or going to be fixed if they don't test properly. So it's a lot of fucking fixes. Lizzie already started putting together a changelog, and it's kind of insane. That's going to take a fair amount of time unto itself. But there's a lot of stuff, y'all. There's new features. There's some new mods. There's a lot of fixes. I should talk to you guys about this because it's kind of, I guess you guys are all very involved in the plan for 1.1.0. Yeah, sure, Liam. I think, well, yeah, Lizzie, as long as it's okay with you. So you guys can see kind of the beginning. In fact, here, let me look at that changelog. Where's my mouse? There it is. Let's see here. So these are the specialties, right? That's from like the Patreon post. These are, so you got what? We got the mod changes, the mods that have been updated, right? Mods that have been removed or replaced. It's a lot of those. Let's see what else we got. We have so many. Yeah, so this is kind of like the baseline, but as you can see here, like most of the stuff that is in this category, these categories, anything that's not like a mod addition or removal or update, this is only 3 of those. There's going to be a lot of stuff in here for you guys to look at. The main impetus for this build, for this version, was to really polish everything. Of course, there's actually some pretty cool new features. I've talked a little bit about this in previous streams and, you know, on whatever, on Patreon. The core goal of this version is to bring the experience up to a point where I can market it, frankly. I don't know. I'm actually kind of curious to see. In fact, you know what? You guys mind doing, I mean, I don't know how many people we have in here right now, but I would like to do a poll right now to ask how you guys found like the project or became like aware of it. So I'm gonna, this is kind of like, how did you become involved with the project? This is my my own thing. I'm gonna say, so here's my theory, or at least I know this used to be the case, right? Most people who found Ultimate Skyrim, which is obviously the successor, or the precursor, sorry, to Wildlander, found it through my YouTube channel. And usually, specifically, this one video that I did that was like the Ultimate Skyrim introduction and overview. It was like a 7-minute, yeah, there's the bias, Adroit Cobra, is that, you know, I imagine a lot of the people who are playing Wildlander now, because we haven't marketed it, are people who played Ultimate Skyrim back in the day. So I'm curious. But anyway, most people who found the project found it through that video. It was just like a, you know, 6-7 minute kind of like feature overview, right? I think it's like if you've ever seen Red Dead Redemption, like a Rockstar's kind of feature overviews that they publish for their games, like kind of leading up to release. It's just a quick overview of what kind of gameplay you can expect, like what the thing is, right? Yo, thank you for 9 months, Mad Villain. Much appreciated. And that video, after a certain point, you know, it's like the magic of the YouTube algorithm. It giveth and it taketh away. But it giveth, in this case. It just, the video popped, is what you might say. That's like the, you know, quote-unquote professional term. The algorithm started putting that video in front of a ton more people, and the views just skyrocketed, right? Thank you for the resub, Clier, for 9 months. And when that happened, I mean, that was really, really cool, and I think that's where most people kind of came in from. Here, let me finish this poll. Alt Sky, we'll say YouTube channel. Actually, no, let's say played Alt Sky YouTube videos. We'll say heard, wait, it's discovered through modding. Well, I'll just say modding community. What other answers would there be? Modding community, friend recommendation. I'll just say DP's YouTube videos. Friend recommendation. I don't know what else there'd be. Oh yeah, Wabbajack. That's one. Wabbajack UI. I think that mostly covers it, right? Oh shit, is that 530k views on that video? Jeez. Serenity Discord. That one, I guess, would be like modding community, we'll just say, right? Okay, I'll leave that one for 2 minutes. And I think that's... I can only do 5, I guess, but those 4 should cover it. I'll just put other as the last one. You can tell me, you know, like what yours was if it doesn't fit those. Anyway, what I've really been hoping to do, this is all a very long-winded way of saying that 1.1.0 is what you might view as like the public launch of Wildlander. Obviously, it has been available to the public since 1.0.0. However, I think that, like someone said, the people who kind of knew about it and were interested in it at that point were really the core fans, people who had been around since Ultimate Skyrim and who were waiting for... Oh, that's interesting, Aosana. It is very interesting. Who were waiting for Wildlander to release, right? So what I'm hoping to do is, you know, publish this version. It's all nice and obviously there's still plenty of things that I would like to do in the future, but I think that it'll be in like a really good spot to finally, you know, where I'd finally feel comfortable marketing it. And basically taking, I have kind of like 2 major ideas. I said this in the Patreon post. 2 major ideas for videos. One is an update to that original like intro video, right? So just another version of that intro video, but updated for 2022 in Wildlander. Just feature overview, nice and quick, you know, punchy, kind of scripted, like here's what you can expect from the thing. And so I'm hoping that one will kind of get like a similar trajectory to the other one that did so well. The other type of video that I'd really like to do is like, you know, a simple beginner's guide, like top 10 beginner's tips for Wildlander or whatever you want to call it. These types of videos obviously do super, super well because they're short and they're useful and they're like tightly produced, right? Like whenever and I think also they come with the bonus of actually helping people play the game because, yeah, see, that's what I thought. The answer was DP's YouTube videos. I think that's going to be most, although that's not actually, wait, let's see what the split was. Split was 45% YouTube videos, 19% modding community, 19% Wabbajack UI, 10% other, and 6% friend recommendation. For those of you who said other, what was your explanation? Yeah, absolutely, Hydro Flask, totally. That was oh yeah, Sorcerer Dave is the best. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the side effect of those... Oh, Google. Ah, that makes sense too. The side effect of, you know, a beginner's guide video is that you actually will know how to play the game better. I think there are 2 major places in which we get people bouncing off the experience, right? The first one has been historically, and this is the biggest one easily, when the install is just too complicated or too annoying to do, right? Talk a little bit more about that in a second. The second one is when people actually do get into the game and it's just way harder than they expected, or it's there's just too much that's like different, and there's too much to do, and it's overwhelming, and they don't know kind of what to do, and it feels like everything they try to do, the game's just like punishing them for. That's obviously, it's very easy to have that experience when you don't have any sort of guidance, and we've not really had a ton of tutorialization, and certainly not like easy to find like clear, concise tutorialization. The closest thing to tutorialization we've had is like occasionally someone makes a video about like a particular mechanic, or I had like the Let's Play series, or like there's other Let's Players like, yeah, like Balian, who are obviously great players, or Requiem players who have like played it, but it's not the same as having a clearly demarcated guide for beginners. And what I usually do whenever I go and play a game that is like mechanically complex is I look for YouTubers who have those kinds of videos, and so I'm really excited to do that. And this is kind of like my secret hope, and I'm getting to the point where this involves you guys. My secret hope is that with the updated videos, let's say, you know, if we're very lucky, knock on wood, that the videos do perform decently well, my hope is that our bounce rate is going to be a lot lower, at least for the category of people who bounced off because of the difficulty of the installation. When this, in fact, here, let's go and look at it. I'm not going to watch it in its entirety, but I have watched it like before. Let's say Ultimate Skyrim intro. Here we go. Yeah, look at that. Okay, we're going to pause because otherwise it's very loud. So this video, 531,000 views. Let's look at the analytics. Wildlander top 10 tips. Unregistered Hypercam 2. Let's bring back the days of unregistered Hypercam 2. Can I say all time since uploaded lifetime? Boom. So you can see right here, this is, you know, this is where the YouTube algorithm giveth and taketh away. But you can see for it, can I like zoom in to just this kind of spot? Not really. Well, you guys kind of get it. What was this? So is this daily views? Yeah, so on Monday, this might be the peak, 21st, January 2019, there's 11,000 people viewing this per day, right? Like, that's fucking crazy. And at this time, this is like just, I mean, it's how it had to be. It was the best we had at the time. There's not really nothing you can do about it. But at the time, when this happened, the install was still, like, pretty tough, you know? Like, it was still, I don't think we had even the first auto install at this point. Like, I don't even think Methrol had finished Automaton, so it was still a manual install where you had to go through and like manually click every single mod and, you know, do all the in-game settings and do all this stuff. You had to run the patchers afterwards. You had to do everything yourself. We gave you a guide for it. Yeah, it was Automaton. What did I say? Eosana. Did I say Automaton? I thought I did. And yeah, shit was crazy, right? Like, I can't imagine, or I'm certain that there were so many people, and I had people commenting on just, oh, it looks so cool and whatever. How many people were like, yeah, this looks great. I would love to play this. And then they saw the install guide and were like, like, sorry, just can't swing that. Or people who, I mean, the worst experience, I'm sure, was people who tried and were like, okay, like, I'll do it. And then just fucking 10 hours later, like, whoo boy. Yeah, in fact, I've showed this off on stream before. Let me see if I can, the Wayback Machine, archive.org, has an old version of the website archived. It started out, like, when it started out, our, like, massive manual guide, in my opinion, was one of the easiest ways to, like, get a large mod list running. There was sort of stuff like it. There was, like, the step guides, but I'm very proud of kind of how clear and concise ours was by comparison. And again, this was like a 30-page guide. I don't think anyone would describe that as concise relative to now. So yeah, that's all of long-winded way to say that imagine if we could get that kind of viewership today with where Wildlander is, or at least where it's going to be with 1.0.1, but even where it is now, with Wabbajack and how easy it is to install, and like you're up and like all the MCMs are like configured for you. All you got to do is hop in and just fucking start playing. I think that technical bounce rate would be way less. And then for the other biggest bounce point, where people don't know what to do, where they like it or they're interested, they're intrigued, but they're overwhelmed, you get those tutorial videos in there. Lizzie has already put together a massive amount of tutorialization on the wiki, which is already so much better than it's ever been in terms of tutorialization. So it's really like kind of like a different era, folks. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm optimistic. I'm trying not to be too optimistic, right? Because, you know, you hate to be disappointed, but I'm very happy with where it is. I think, how about this? Lizzie has even higher standards for like polish than I do, I would say. As you guys can tell from the stuff that she like puts together and how extensive it is. And Lizzie, am I correct in saying that you are pretty happy with where 1.1.0 is? Is that accurate to say? Because right now, the main stuff, again, there's always like stuff that we could fix and add and whatever, and we certainly plan to. But the main kind of like two things that I have left to do, and this is what I've been working on kind of the latter half of this week, is this, well, sort of this. It's fishing, and it's potentially building out our furniture workbench so that you can kind of place more stuff. That's the one that if anything is going to get cut. You can still get a furniture workbench like with the hearth fire houses, right? But this is the like the return of some of the build anywhere functionality, right? That one's a big maybe because it's kind of not exactly what you call essential, but everything else is done except for fishing. Fishing, oh my god, fishing ended up being so extensive. Like, it's cool, and like having the whole fish anywhere mechanic, it's a little wonky that of course you have to pull out a weapon fishing rod and then you like slash at some water and then you get to fish. But you know, it's certainly better than any other form of fishing that we've had otherwise. And I do like the CC fishing's like main fishing mechanic, where not the fact that you just have to press a button, but you know, that's fine. That's Animal Crossing. For me, in a fishing mini game, in a fishing time sink, what I'm looking for is different fish that have different, you know, effects and stuff. I'm looking for differentiation in which fish you get depending on a variety of factors. So in this case, it's, you know, weather, it's time of day, it's where you are geographically, right? That's all that shit. Perfect. Great. Absolutely golden. And that's what we got now. It's just a matter of kind of integrating everything, because like I said, this is CC Fishing. It's the Creation Club. It's very extensive. There's a lot of little fishing quests. That part's fine. It's just that they add a lot of different new meats and fish that I have to kind of integrate with the rest of Wildlander stuff in order to maintain the appropriate level of polish. There's certain meats that are like duplicates from what we already have from mods like Hunterborn and things like that. Hey, what's up, Monique? And just, you know, kind of stuff, or like the crafting system, like making sure all of the stuff works with the new crafting system. So there's a fair amount of stuff to do, but I'm working through it. And that's the main one. So when I get that sorted, and after I decide if the furniture stuff is going to be in or not, I'm going to be handing it off to Lizzie. So I can't tell you guys definitively like when we're going to be able to give it to you, but it's soon. Is soon. TM is the real answer, and please trust that we are working as fast as we can to do it. And I'll be able to jump in a second and kind of show off what we've been doing. What was the, oh yeah, and so here's this kind of big preamble. So 1.1.0 is what I would call our marketing push. I am going to be probably still doing a little bit of dev for sure, but the way that I have my weeks kind of segmented now is that I am spending, well, I have to, this next few weeks especially, I'm going to be doing a lot more freelance than I typically do, just because we have some kind of financial goals that we're saving up for. But the dev time that I have, the quote-unquote Wildlander time, is going to be largely dedicated to first making sure that this version's, you know, all good and you guys aren't having any problems with it. And second, really, you know, I'm going to be reaching out to people who I think might be interested. I'm going to be making those videos. I'm going to be just doing what I can to kind of actually put this thing in the public eye finally, because I haven't done that up till this point. And to that end, I would very much appreciate if any of you know somebody who would like Wildlander potentially, if you know a content creator or someone that organically you do think would enjoy the experience as it's presented and as it plays, I would very much appreciate if you would just give them a heads up or a hello or link it to them or whatever. I want to avoid, please, you know, be, what's the word? Delicate. I don't want anyone to spam anybody or anything like that. Just, again, like organically, if you know someone who you genuinely believe would be interested, I would very much appreciate, you know, just a little recommendation or a shout out or whatever. And if it's something that makes you uncomfortable, of course, do not do it. Don't even, whatever. Just, I'm just trying to cast as wide a net as I can to give it the best shot possible. You know? What kind of videos am I hoping for? You mean like from other people? Oh yeah, I mean Balian might. I think the thing about Balian is he's played a lot of Skyrim. He's played a lot of Ultimate Skyrim. He's played Wildlander too. I would not be surprised. I mean, I think if he's interested, he certainly knows about the project. So if he's interested in playing it, he'll play it. Yeah, let's get Obama to play Wildlander on stream. Oh, absolutely. From other content creators, I mean, really just whatever. It's what content creators want to make, that is entirely their purview. If they want to make videos about Wildland, if they want to make Let's Plays, they want to make little guides, they want to do anything at all. I think the important thing for a content creator is they need to feel inspired to make something themselves. It has to come from like their own head, right? So if you, oh yeah, survival gaming, sure. I didn't even know that was a subreddit. I should join that because I like survival gaming, evidently. I'm gonna join that. Thanks, Obama. Is your goal to be able to live off this, or maybe you already kind of are? Sort of, Hector Stone. I mean, my goal is really to just, you know, make as much with it as I can, just for the purpose of supporting everything I do. It's not, I make a decent amount from Wildlander and from the Patreon donations and from all of you guys on Twitch, so I'm very appreciative of that. I am also kind of hoping, Wildlander is a passion project, and it's also kind of like a living resume in a way, right? Like if ever there was like a game student, like this has started to happen now. This is actually kind of crazy. I'm not going to name any names because I don't want to be a weirdo, but I've started to get people on Twitter following me who were like actual, you know, whole ass game devs who work for studios that I know and I respect, and I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. So there's like this, you know, this little inkling, this little rumbling of like, hey, you know, like something could happen. You never know. But it would be great to make a living. I think it's just a matter of like, you know, I don't know. You want to make as much as you can. You certainly need to make enough in order to like meet your financial goals. So for me and my wife, that's like, we want to buy a house within the next year. Probably my wife wants to really ramp up. She has like her own like side hustle that is basically like her own business, right? She wants to ramp up what she's doing there. It's all about saving money, of course, for retirement and making sure your long-term tranches are nice and taken care of. And also the midterm. You guys know how it's all financial planning. Yeah, it's totally possible. Could be. All right, well, let's go ahead and dive in, shall we? Let's launch this bad boy. And also, I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to, let's kind of go over together some of what's been fixed, right? So some big ones, we can go back to the change logs. Let's look at these. So I've shown the new crafting system. I think most of you have seen that, right? Oh yeah, NPCs, that's a big one. I can show you, let me show you guys the new NPCs. We now use special edition version of Requiem. This one's actually been updated to 5.0.3 now. I might do 5.1.0, but you know, I'm still waiting. We got fishing, first-person horse riding, first-person visible body, reworked upgraded loot, improved merchant inventories. Yeah, anything. So this is like one of the big bits, right? Is yo, thank you for 10 months, Bambi. Did I miss anyone? I don't think so. Hopefully not. Lost the beautiful Argonians. Yes, to a degree. I mean, they're still in there a little bit. Dapper Medesi, unfortunately, is a... I probably could do some work to bring back Medesi's glasses at the very least, but it's kind of a lot of effort for very little return. Do you all plan to update the Wildlander starting choice, MCM, and drop-downs and those choices for gear? Oh, that's a good question, 3D Jutsu. Maybe I can show off some little stuff here. Okay, here. Let's see. Do I keep the Mario music going, or do we do... It's kind of getting stuck in my head. Let's go full Skyrim, shall we? Gusty Garden Galaxy. I'm going to pause. And then now I got to crank up the audio. Yeah, Argonians were very wild. So, hold up. How's that volume? It might get a little bit too loud, but we can always adjust it. Here's some Wildlander. Yeah, the mini music is the best, right? That's a big shout out to Marsha's Muses. We got that one and the music that we'll also hear when you hit a new game. Travis's Into the Mist soundtrack. Thank you, Mad Villain. Tyler designed that. Yeah, I like the character create music because it's a bit more, I don't know if upbeat is the right word, but it's kind of like, all right, you're getting into it now, you know what I mean? But I really do like the main music. Sometimes I'll just sit there and listen to it. So check this out. If I hit, you guys are going to have the super secret insight. This is what happens when I hit F10. Now, you can't really see anything happening, but trust me, something happened. And you'll see in just a hot second. Which one's that, Bambi? The front menu? Yes, I agree. I mean, when I heard it, I was like, this is amazing. It's exactly the vibe. Yes, fishing is back. Fishing is better than ever, you might say, because it's it's like the full CC. It did say not to touch. This is an advanced player option only. So this is what happened. If you hit F10, right, during setup, you go into what I've called manual mode. And manual mode basically just means, hey, I'm not going to do anything to your startup, right? You're not going to go through the normal kind of character creation wizard. You just go in, Skyrim Unbound, per usual. You're going to select all the stuff you want, and you can start as a, what's it called, a werewolf or a vampire or whatever you want to do, right? And it's just whatever you want, really. And then here, you can see some of the presets that we got. There's a lot of different ones in there. I would actually, this is, maybe I should update Unbound before release, because some of the, like the serving time, these were originally intended, there were a fair, like kind of few of these that were originally intended to be part of the character startup sequence, but there's a very specific bug in this older version of Unbound that I'm using that has since been fixed, and we would need to update in order to have these function. So I don't know about that. I gotta see about that. But we're just gonna load one that, you know, standard. Let's go to, where should we go? Somewhere with NPC. I mean, I can teleport us wherever, but let's go to, I've been quite fond of the Falkreath border one lately. So there you go. Let's go. Oh yeah, so here you will see there are some improvements to character NPCs, or character, not NPCs, models, I guess you might say. So the skins and everything should kind of be like a lot more realistic. I'm still going very much with like the not over beautified, right? There's just subtle things. What's it called? The sliders work now. At least most of them do. That was a big issue, right? We're not super sure why. Like, we're not super sure what we changed in order to make the sliders work. Maybe some body mesh something, but, and you know, knock on wood that it remains that way. But, you know, it's good. The other big thing, there's just like subtle stuff, like the men before, I don't know if you guys know this, but the men were like really shiny. the reason, yes, hair's got new textures, they got new models, so there are, what you will see from NPCs in 1.1.0 is that they are, on the whole, much, much closer to the vibe of original Skyrim, right? You really shouldn't find anyone that's over beautified. Like, there's a lot done to make them look better. They have better skin textures, they've got better eyes, they've got, their hair is better models and better textures, their clothing is better, so all that stuff for sure. They animate better, right? Their faces are great. And actually all of them animate better because one of the byproducts of using the sculpted faces that we used to use is that, generally speaking, they're a lot more variable in terms of how the updated facial kind of animations interact with like the sculpted faces, right? So it's a lot more consistent. It's very like visually, you know, you'll see. We'll walk around and we'll go take a look at everyone. But yeah, so there's like little tweaks like that. Like I got rid of the excess shininess on dudes. Got our lady here. We're gonna call her. Give me a name. What's her name? Visual consistency is so insanely important to me. Like burn napkin. Like that's, it's not just the NPCs. Hopefully that comes across like in the, you know, in the playable experience. But it's very, very important. Textures, like every part of the game. Oh man, we got a lot of Wilda, Flora, Wildy, Busy Lizzie, testicles, because it is a test character. Man, there's a lot of names. I'm gonna go with this, Busy Lizzie, because we need to. This is a Lizzie shout out here. So you can hit accept, and you will see that this is, there's no, you know, it's not gonna ask you your background. It's not gonna ask you for what's it called? Heckin', what is it? Any of the other stuff, birth sign and yada yada yada. It's just gonna throw you straight in because we are in sicko mode. What is it called? Manual mode. So let's see. Other stuff you will notice right off the bat. So we've got our cool ass lady here. The movement should be a little bit better, a little bit more enhanced, right? There's a couple things that are like dictating that. But on the whole, you will see that the UI is a bit more, not responsive, contextual, right? So stuff is generally not going to appear until you need it. And at any point, you can still turn off the UI entirely by tapping a button, just in case you really want, you know, maximum immersion, so to speak. What do we got? What's easy to show off? Let's go to Riverwood. Actually, will you guys do me a favor? I went through my bottle of water far faster than I thought I would, I guess because I'm talking so much. So I am going to fill it up real fast, and then I will be right back. Oh, what happened, Kilted Frog? Oh, you're talking about the memory leak for, what's it called? For race menu? Hopefully we don't experience that. Yeah, I gotta Hydro Homies Unite. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Put out, oops, actually turn down the volume, and I don't know where it was, but hopefully it's good. All right, hold up. Hey, we're back. How's the, uh-oh. Is the stream still good? Is it still synced? It's looking a little weird. I don't want you to see the dumpy walking away. Yeah, it's true. Mostly, I just don't want you to see. I'm wearing boxers right now. And, you know, it's not safe for Twitch. NSFT. All right, cool. Let me know if it gets out of sync. Sometimes it does that. It's kind of weird. A performance monitor very likely would catch that if we ran it. Oh, really fast. I'm just going to Alt-Tab out here for a second. Okay, no, we're good, right? Oh, here's one little teensy improvement. And remind me, I'm going to Alt-Tab, but the console improvement mod that we use, more informative console, it really is just the fucking best. And it recently got what is supposed to be its final update, right? Like feature update. There is so much information now on anything that you select. It is such a godsend, both if you are a player who likes to go into the console and tweak things, like if you're going to tweak outside of it, or if you're just, you know, a sick-ass modder. That kind of transitions well, actually, into this next bit. Some of you might remember that with this next version, we are kind of reintroducing the customization, and if anything, we are making... Now, this is going to be... okay, before I get ahead of myself, we're reintroducing customization and, like, quote-unquote, like, official resources for it, right? So, like, channels. We're also putting together some resources that are going to help you guys tweak your stuff if you want to, if that's kind of your vibe. We probably aren't going to open that stuff up until at least a little bit after the release. That kind of initial point being, you know, our opportunity to make sure everything's working properly. Once we're sure that everything is I know if I didn't say that, Liz is going to kill me. She'll have my head up on a pike because she is, as you guys know, kind of the first line of defense when it comes to support. But yeah, so we are going to be reintroducing that stuff, and frankly, we have more tools here than we ever have before, kind of pre-configured for you guys, right? Yeah, Lizzie will actually physically have my head on a pike. That's not hyperbole. That is just fact. So you're going to have SSE edit. You're going to have a script compiler. You're going to have creation. Creation kit's kind of a weird one. You have to, because it's Bethesda's intellectual property, right? We can't package it ourselves. But it's very easy to just, you know, plop it into the right spot, and then ipso facto, you've got a working creation kit. You've got a rectificator. You've got Nemesis. You've got Dindulad. All the stuff you need to generate that if you need it. Thankfully, I mean, we might make our own guides for that, but, like, honestly, you don't even need it. Just use Phoenix's guide. That's what I use. Phoenix's resources. If y'all are not familiar, Phoenix is another mod list, mod pack author. Her shit is absolutely incredible. There's really, like, honestly, there's not mod packs on, like, Wabbajack, frankly, that aren't by extremely talented, very capable authors. But Phoenix is definitely incredible, and go and check out her guides. But anyway, we're gonna have all this stuff. We're kind of ready for you guys, just in case you want to add your favorite things, right? Yeah, sure. Improved camera. Yes, we do have our own ini files for it, and no, it does not do that kind of bug thing. I actually told the author of I can't remember if it was, I'm pretty sure it's True Directional Movement. So that would be, is that Urshin, or is that let's see here. True Directional Movement is by, yes, Urshin, who very graciously fixed that exact bug. So here, look, I'll BAT horse. Here's a horse. If you are on a horse now and you go first person, you can... Oh, yeah, you can go in first person and see your body again, right? Oh, it is possible to finish the game, Ian. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. And you will see that no longer does that shit kind of donk you in every direction. So you're getting full first person horse back, which is very important, right? Any more controller functionality? Maybe. I'm trying to think. A lot of, frankly, I've been working on this for so long that some of the stuff that I've kind of added or improved is just kind of like, I've forgotten about it. Come on. There it is. The controller, at least to my mind, is very, like, functional. Oh, controller unbound was removed, but I actually need to fix that. It also, was re-added. I just used the different version where the up is favorites instead of down. So it is still in there. That's my bad. Yes, it's like a big update soup. That's a really good way to put it. Right? So here's horseback riding. Uh-oh. Actually, you know what? Here. Let's, just in case. Oh, I think that's the Red Guard encounter. Yep. The Horsemane, it's like sort of... frankly, the Horsemanes in the horse model are kind of like ass. They have this like shitty kind of like seam right there. I've been looking for a model that has a different version. But thus far, all the ones I've found kind of have that seam. It's kind of almost just seems like how it's built. But if you guys know a different one, I am happy to try it out. Yeah, so here's your horseback. If you are in third person, you get a little bit of a treat. This is the author true directional movement. Let me do this. I don't have any weapons. This is fun. Hold on. Items. Go. How do I favorite on controller? Oh, and light bow. I'll favorite you as well. That should do, right? Anyone who, what's it called? Who has played 1.0.0 extensively, you will be happy to know that I have fixed a lot of what you might call, like, interface weirdness overlap. Like, here, can't do that on horseback. I'm gonna get off my, my horse real fast and go into the crafting menu, right? So here's the crafting menu. Some of you might remember that, like, hitting various buttons, like, on the keyboard would, when you're trying to search, like, type things in for the filter, would, like, trigger all this shitty functionality that it's not supposed to. That kind of stuff doesn't happen anymore. It's a bunch of stuff like that. Oh, yeah, we've got, what is it called? Immersive equipment displays. I actually ended up going with the quivers on the back because I don't know, I started to prefer it. But that's kind of like a personal taste thing, right? Yes, well, it basically makes those features unusable. Yes, so I added the immersive equipment displays and I gave it a shortcut, control backspace. You'll be able to kind of customize your own shit here as to like where your various things are. This is basically the default setting, but you can adjust it if you like. Right? But here's what I want to show off because I think it's fucking cool as hell. Check this out. So, you know, let's I'm drawing my arrow as one does. Look at this. 360-degree arrow fighting, baby. Isn't that like the coolest thing you've ever seen? I heard that this was inspired by Horizon Zero Dawn. I've not played that game yet myself. I would very much like to. But I guess you can do that in this game, which I thought was awesome, right? You'll also notice that the crosshair is a lot more contextual. So, you know, it's not going to be showing up here because I don't have my weapon out. But if I go like this, there it's showing up again. What are you guys doing? We've also got Thalmor, who don't try and murder both you and everything, right? Yeah, she moves her legs. Here, I'll zoom out so you can kind of get a better look at what's happening here. It's honestly crazy. Shit is wild. Yeah, she's just, you know, it's like in My Hero Academia when Deku gets into that one girl's like robot thing and twists too far. Or I guess that happens in Iron Man too, right? Oh my god, I fucking love. I'm sorry, I love the, what's it called? The Falkreath Forest. What was I gonna show off? I guess technically these trees are new. These are happy little trees, which I've given a bit of a boost, you might say. Boost in size, like literally size, to make them kind of comparable to the other trees that we used before. Oh my god, how am I not? What trees? What are the trees that we used? Holy crap, I do love them. Someone please remind... Oh yeah, Origins of Forest is amazing. Speed trees, thank you. Speed trees are amazing, but they're very hard for us to source. They are a common point of failure for the Wabbajack install. And we really wanted to get rid of all that kind of stuff so that the Wabbajack installs go smooth as possible. So I have here's the other bonus, is that Happy Little Trees is extremely performant as well, and I think that they look just as good as the speed trees. I think that if we didn't say anything, I bet people wouldn't even notice. They are IMO fantastic. Magic updates, that's a good question. So there's not really much in the way of magic updates except for the fact that we fixed some of the spell research issues, right? that existed in 1.0.0, just some of like the spells, like plot scripts, and Lizzie's fixed them too. So those will be, you know, working the way they're supposed to. Magic is going to get a fair amount of love. That's going to be, if some of you guys remembered that on the Patreon post, I was like talking about making that, like the patron poll so that people can, oh, what? Is there something scary? Oh, it's a skeleton. Oh, skeletons have new models. You want to check this out? Ah! Stop. Okay, here. I'm going to hop down and go first person so you guys can see this. Don't attack my horse. Don't. Boy, I think they're spooky. I specifically removed their glowing eyes because I think they look scarier this way. What's up, y'all? Oh, we can look at some of the NPCs.
I have nothing to say to you. Now move along, or I'll order my guards to attack.
Alright, dick.
Uh-huh.
You're a prick. Yes, ground cover. So you actually, what you have here is a custom mashup of am I walking? Did I hit like the walk button? Why am I walking right now? Am I over encumbered? Why am I walking? Oh, that was weird. No, now I'm walking again. Something's weird here. You would have crashed there? Oh yeah, these fucking assholes. That's a good point. So we fixed one of the repeatable crashes. Uh-oh. Something's weird. Is it because I'm like locked on? Something's happening here, y'all. I can't move any faster. You know what? This might have been that fucking... Check this out. Hold on a second. There is... Let's see. Search this board. Lockpick. Maybe you guys can help me with this. No, it wouldn't be in here. It'd be in issues. Lockpick. I mean, just lock? Better Thieves Guild. Not an issue. No. It's one of those, not an issue. Or unable to reproduce. Yes, okay, here we go. Hit the parry key. I think that... Are you sure, Liz? Because now I can't hit any keyboard stuff at all. Are you sure?
This doesn't concern you, citizen.
You guys are pricks. I'm just trying to figure this out. Check it out. I can't hit... Hold on, if I alt-tab out and alt-tab back in... No, I think this is this one. Check it out. So, attempting to pick a lock causes the camera to get stuck. After exiting the interface, camera cannot be moved. This is with a controller. Camera can be moved with a mouse, but not the joystick after this occurs. PS... Oh, and I thought it said that the keyboard didn't work either. The delay time, I believe... Let's see, the maximum? I'm not sure, actually. Yeah, it's like my keyboard is just completely not working anymore. So something is really odd here. What happens? I can't hit escape. I can hit my mouse. It's just the keyboard is not working. Whoops. I impotently... Well, y'all, I guess we got to figure out what's happening here. I can sprint, but I can't walk normally. It just goes back to here. What happens if I, like, load a save? I plugged in my controller, but there's no reason that should, you know, do anything. I can fix that lockpick bug by alt-tabbing. Yeah, I'm still, like, stuck here. Was the parry on control? It is. I tried sitting. I have not. I'm not going to be able to without... Oh, easy wheel is something we need to add back in at some point. I can hit F11, so it's like it recognizes that at the very least. What's my sit? K. Nope, that one doesn't work. Y'all, I don't know. This is a weird one. I can use the mouse. Well, I don't know what else to do besides restart. What was I saying before that? Try Alt-Z? Alt-Z doesn't seem to be doing anything. Yeah, my game just said, you know, we're good. Force push, maybe. Let's see. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You see that, though? It's like, look. Using the, Wow, that's very strange. Entering the console, there's like some weird, lag. You see this? It's like, there, and like finally goes. Try toggling the walk key. I have. Doesn't seem to be working either. Yeah, I guess so. If you don't use controller, then maybe you're good. But this is very odd. I use controllers sometimes. I don't use it for combat. Either way, well, we'll get that sorted, whatever it is. And I'm assuming if it actually is not fixed on a restart, then it's something with like my computer. I'll have to test it sufficiently. What were we doing? Yeah, 360-degree horse combat. You know what it could be is I like locked on to the skeleton while I was on horseback. So maybe something to do with like the lock-ons, or who can say? About the release date. So I mentioned this earlier. We are really like the last thing that we have to do is get fishing kind of, you know, sorted. I have to do, I should say, is get fishing sorted. If I have the time, I'm going to try to get the furniture crafting in there as well, where you can place your own furniture workbench and then place stuff like, you know, all the hearthfire furniture and things of that nature. But it's not exactly what I'd call essential. And my original plan was to introduce it when I bring back all the rest of the build your own shit anywhere mechanics. But it's pretty cool, so maybe. Whether or not I'll be able to make this month, I'm really trying to, but I cannot promise you. I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to try and take some time tomorrow on Saturday to do that, because I'd really like to. Yeah, sure, auto is fine. But I cannot guarantee it, is what I will say. That's what I will say. What was I talking about before shit got wonky? Okay, yeah, now I'm fine. I don't know. Weird. Let me see if I can replicate it. Y'all want to do some live testing? Control backspace. That is not... I did not put together that menu, Dragon Scale. That is immersive equipment displays. Trees, skeletons... Oh yeah, trees. Oh, I was gonna say Origins of Forest. So what you have here is these. I forget what these are called. I can't like the actual name for them. I know them and then I forget. We do need a soon emote. Can we make a soon emote? I know I have additional slots now. We'll do that. How about that? Or if there's any sick artists in there, maybe I'll make one of my face and it says soon. But this, what you see here, whatever those plants are called, I can't remember. They're really cool. That's Origins of Forest. What I tried to do was create a custom like combo of the ground cover so that you get those really cool... Fucking, it's driving me crazy. What are they called? Any herbologists? Any not apiarists? Those are bees. Saplings, ferns. They are a form of fern, but they have like a longer, complicated name. They are in the fern family. I'm talking about these tall ones, not necessarily like the little, these guys. But anyway, what you get is a bunch of those really cool entomologists. That's probably what I'm looking for also. Just a little teensy bit of God mode here. No, conifer is a tree, I believe, right? Although they might be classified as trees, I couldn't say. Yeah, bushes, there it is. That's a scientific term. I really love that model from Origins of Forest, right? And I also really love the ground cover that you get from Folkvanger. So what you see here is kind of my my custom mashup, you might say. Yeah, these are all the correct terms for, you know, plants. Oh, thank you, Burnt Napkin. I mean, I really try my best. Also, y'all know that there's that mod now that adds actual collision to grass, which is insane. Like, we never thought we would get that. I swear sometimes, like... these modding wizards just come along and fix some shit that you just never thought was going to be fixed. So that's insane. I'm still kind of holding off and making sure that it, you know, the performance is okay. I've not tested it myself yet, but I'm really excited to. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go... I guess we can kind of go up where we were. Oh, and to Lizzie's comment about that encounter that we had, there was a bug with that encounter. Back in 1.0.1, it's one of the most frequent causes of crashing, and it's fixed. That was relationship dialogue overhaul, actually, that was responsible for that one. Say BAT add stuff. So I've got kind of my same circumstance here. We got Elven Lightbow, we got Steel Sword, arrow. You, where's that skeleton? There he is. Alright, so I'm locked onto the skeleton. Now I'm not anymore. Now I am. I'm gonna get you, bud. I don't know where the lock on is. You know what? I think I'm supposed to put True HUD in. Oh, I'm hitting him though. Ow. You just can't see the little lock on icon because I don't have True HUD installed. Hey! Alright, now I'm gonna hop off. Leave my horse alone, you prick. Alright, so I did this. And then I went here. And I don't know. Seems to still be working. I talked to a guy. Right? And, oh shit, I accidentally bashed her. No, I'm sorry. Really? That's it? That's all it takes? Well, I'm locked onto her now, too. Stop. Leave me alone. I wish that they would accept my yield. Wait, why are you not fighting me? Aren't you friends with her? She hates that girl, actually. Whoa, take it easy. I just wanted to talk. That's my fault. Why was I able to... Okay, also, that is a little... That could be because I'm streaming, but I don't know why, Ow! My... What's it called? Console is kind of having a hard time accessing things. Disable. See ya! Yeah. I was like, geez. Would that... Is that because I bull rushed her? Like, why did she get mad at me? Let's try it again. Boom. Be careful. Jeez. I guess the other lady just got a short fuse, you know? Hello.
The mercy of Stendarr does not extend to Daedra worshippers.
Okay.
Stendarr be with
I don't know what happened. We're gonna need to replicate. What you doing there, bud?
I'm on my way to Windhelm to join up with the Stormcloaks.
So this will give you kind of a sense of NPCs. That's what we were on our way to check, and then, you know, something just had to happen. Oof. Okay. Oh, and then something else you guys might be pleased about. I can demonstrate this really fast. Let's go back to my mouse and keyboard here. It was the LOD. Actually, that's weird timing that you mentioned that right now. Paying respects to the skeleton. Yes. What are these bones? Shore's bones. Look at these fucking models, though. Like, straight up. Here. 30. That's ridiculous, is it not? No, oops, FOV. So, no more greetings option on NPCs. There should be. Most of the NPCs. Get out of here, console. This guy, I don't know, for whatever reason, he didn't want to do it. You see the bone cores. He should have. That's actually weird. Talos. Yeah, those are some good-looking bones, right? All right, so check this out. One of the benefits... No, not the Stendarr collision. One of the benefits to moving to Happy Little Trees is that you get really excellent LODs. Look at that stuff. Look at those trees. Here, this is, yeah, an even better direction. The LODs for Happy Little Trees are absolutely fantastic. This is obviously an area in which just Speed Trees is not able to compete because it doesn't have specifically built 3D LODs. It's not its fault. It wasn't intended to do what it is set up to do, but now we got these, yeah, happy LODs, exactly. You got it. Okay, let's, well, first of all, let's, go to, we're gonna turn collision on. We're gonna fall to our death, but not really. Boo! Oh, yeah, well, that's the other thing, too, is the, why do I keep forgetting? Speed trees do not really sway as much as these will because of just like the rigidity of the models and like the way the animations work. So you'll get this. What's up, Just Guy? Yeah, Clockwork Salmon. Someone else can explain it in greater detail, but the quick version of LODs is that LOD stands for level of distance or level of detail, sorry, and it changes according to distance. It basically refers to the like lower quality models that you will typically see in like a game where you have to, you know, look really far. I mean, not you don't have to have like an open world game to have LODs, but LODs are, you know, the game can't be rendering the maximum quality stuff super far away from the player because the performance will be inefficient and the player can't, you know, it's kind of pointless because you can't see what's going on anyway. Look at this guy's like, no, I don't want to go over there. He's inching. What are you doing, brother? Like afraid to go near them, or there he goes. He finally decided to fuck off. Yes. So a lot of the time, consoles. I mean, this game, Skyrim is famous for having shitty LODs, right? It's not ideal. And the distant water is fixed now, so it looks a lot better. That's another thing that really sucked. So it just looks nice and tidy. Let's get some good weather. I like the weather here, but there we go. Wolves. Yeah, what you will have a lot of the time, especially for like console games, is that where are you going? I'm gonna run out of stamina here. No, here he comes. Fuck off! I'm gonna punch you. I can't. You can't be doing this. I'm gonna run out of stamina. I don't have any food. Oh, right in your face. Leave me alone. Ow! No, fuck. Run! It's not like I'm invincible or anything. Oh, well, so one thing that might help Clockwork Salmon, at the very least, I'm gonna try and provide, don't hold me to this because I might not be able to, but I'm gonna try and provide some options for potato mode that, at least makes it look like a little bit better, right? Will you guys fuck off, please? Yeah, you can punch a wolf. Depends on how strong you are. What's up, dude? Ow! Help! Help. Thank you. Fuck you. Ow. Ow. Go, Tall Scar. Where? Oh, that wolf is dead. What is happening there? Rigid wolf corpse. Maybe I need to rerun Finis or something. That's very odd. That's, wow, rigor mortis set in fast on this one. Look at this. He's like stuck in the animation. Oh my god, this is incredible. Whoa! Woo! Where'd Tallscar go? I actually want to talk to him. Is he running? Okay, whatever. We're going to go to Riverwood, and we're going to look at some NPC examples. Okay? So I can show you guys kind of generally what they look like. You get a vibe for their art design. So here's beautiful old Riverwood. You know it, you love it. What's up, dude? Yeah, so this guy, so that other guy must have belonged to a faction or something where he was not susceptible to the speechcraft mechanics. I don't know why. Your joints are made of steel. Okay, so what you will see is kind of hella consistency. This lady, I think, is who are you? Yeah, MJB. So they get their own. Oh my God, what the fuck is happening there? We might have to fix her. Good thing we've checked. You get away from me. You're terrifying. So it looks like she has an actual like face sculpt, but something's going on with her appearance. Here, let's see here. Oh shit, I didn't record locally. Oops, this is my bad. Yeah, this is some scary shit right here. Someone take a picture of this. I'm gonna take a picture of it. I think they're there, but they're in not the spot that they're supposed to be. There's a lot of reasons that something like that can happen. We can fix it. Yeah, everyone's shunned her. She's over here at the campfire. Let's see, where's here's our boy. This must be Faendal.
Did I see you talking to Sven? Maybe not. Maybe. Never mind. But I would stay away from him if I were you.
Okay. What's your problem with Sven, dude?
He's a bard, so he says. Occasionally, he finds time to do his job here at the mill. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince.
Oh yeah, it was very important to me that
As if she would say yes. An
he does look a little bit like a tiefling.
Woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. I hope.
The old two-face bug. You hope? Yeah, whatever.
Until next time.
Okay, so I'll talk a little bit about what, kind of how the NPCs are set up. We have what? Oh, what's up, Isgirder? Hello, that's one of the MGB. That's Jenna's NPC. Who's this Alvor? What's up, dude?
Ain't every day we get visitors in Riverwood.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, just allow me, please allow me this indulgence. Do you guys, there's so many little things where, like, it's just easy to not notice, so there's no way that you would. Like, okay, check this out. You see how we've got the, what's it called? The HUD visible right here, right? And I have this button to hide the HUD. Do y'all know how hard it was to get a version of hiding the HUD where when you went to talk to someone, these options still appear, or you can still, like, use menus like your inventory or speech menu, like, so many little tweaks that to me really feel like they're worth it, but you just wouldn't think that it would be so hard, and we never think it's going to be this hard when we go in to, like, implement the feature. Yeah, do you guys see that kid outside? Like, what's the deal with that, right? So yeah, that's cool. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about how the NPCs are set up, because I'm actually quite proud of this, and I think that it's pretty different from, like, what you'll see. The way that we used to do NPCs is standard. We had the various NPC overhauls. Actually, for 1.0.0, the big kind of revolutionary technique was that we could generate a big NPC appearance plugin and file using Easy NPC, which is an excellent tool, right? However, what you get is a big file size, because you have just a million different NPCs that all have their own face gen that you have to include. I think that, how big is the NPC thingy, Lizzie? NPC download? Oh yeah, we added a smelter, or it was here, I can't remember. I've added smelters to a couple places. Was it only 4 gigabytes? The entire NPC the overhaul thing? Whatever it was, I'm pretty sure it's bigger than that. But whatever it is, it's big, right? Zipped, gotcha. You just have a ton of just space occupied by these face gens. What I decided to do, and what you kind of see with all the NPCs, let's find some other one. I guess there's not that many in Riverwood, always. What's up? Embry?
You're kind of fuzzy. What's wrong with you?
So what you see here is every single NPC has high poly head and high poly head features. They all have the high poly head improved facial animations from expressive face gen morphs. A lot of them have like the same like beards and horns and features that, you know, are provided by the NPC overhauls, but everything that you see is being generated on the fly by the game, thanks to it looks like his shirt's kind of clipping there. Like maybe, you know, it's just a hole because he's a drunk. That's what we'll say. The methodology by which we generate these NPC appearances is very different, and the primary difference is that instead of normally the way that Skyrim works is that for every character in the game you have to generate their head mesh, kind of like what their head's supposed to be shaped like, and you have to generate the texture for their face. And if those two things are not exactly correct, and they don't exactly match each other, that's how you get the tinted face bug. However, Parapets, the legend, came in and implemented this really cool mod, created this really cool mod called Face Discoloration Fix, which he called it that because it's primarily intended to fix the tinted face bug, right? But what is at least more valuable for what I wanted to do, the way that it fixes this bug is by generating all of that stuff I just mentioned at runtime as the game is actually running. And that's fucking crazy, y'all, because if that's the case, what that means is that if I set up the NPCs correctly from a data perspective, I don't even need any of those files, the textures, the meshes, any of it. I can just generate it right on the fly, and it just fucking goes. There's no tinted faces. Everyone looks exactly the way that they're supposed to, assuming all the data is set up correctly. And we save, like, so much fucking space. We save space from the downloads of the mods, like the archives. We still, like, have mods that are downloaded so they get DP and so they get credits, but we don't have to download, like, you know, the massive file that contains all that stuff that they have to include. We save space on that not having, excuse me, to do our NPC generation and kind of smack that in there at the very end as well, right? We don't have to do that or include the download. Here's a crazy fucking thing. let's say for the sake of conversation, y'all know Northbourne? Any NPC fans? Yo, what's up, Alan? By the way, thank you for 17 months. Jeez, what's up, dude? Any of you who know the NPC artist Northbourne, many of the NPCs in the game right now are Northbourne styled, right? Northbourne work, incredible. Or it's Southpaw is the author's name, sorry. The series is called Northbourne. The thing about the Northbourne mods, and this is what you'll find in generally any NPC mod, is that they have to include assets that are already probably in your game because they want the mods to function standalone, right? What I mean by that is that, let's take two mods from the Northbourne series, NPCs of Whiterun and NPCs of the Rift. These are, as you might imagine, they cover, you know, the Rift and Whiterun respectively. They edit the appearances of all of the NPCs, or most of the NPCs. Northbourne often likes to use KS hairdos, right? Like the hairdos, we all know these, I believe. Here, I'll take off her thing. Show race menu. Oh, that's a bright light. Oh yeah, here's a byproduct. Here, so here's her hair. Let's go to one of these. KS hairdos. Any of these, right? These are all from the KS hairdos pack. Some of them are pretty crazy. Some of them are not so crazy. This one's not bad. Busy Lizzie. There she is. The thing about packaging your mods that way is that Southpaw, the creator, needs to include all of the KS hairdos he uses in every instance of his mods, right? So if you download the entire series of Northbourne mods, you will have, like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 different copies of the same KS hairdos. Does she have massive hands? I don't know, you tell me. They're not small. She's a strong Nord lady, you know? I could have just been the field of view. It's kind of zoomed out. You tell me. Let's see. Whoa. What's up, bud? Oh, are you looking at me because I'm being weird out here? Anyway, it's all a very long-winded way to say, if I don't need to use any... If I'm generating all this stuff on the fly, and we already have KS hairdos, right, like in the pack, because we have it for you guys to be able to put on your characters, like so. I went in and just redirected all of the different NPC kind of appearance things to just use the ones that we already had. It took a while, that was for sure, but the end result is that we're literally saving space by like a factor of like 7 times, right? Like multiplicatively. Look, I'm helping. Look at, oh, I missed. What's up? Slap! Got him. Boom. Yeah, so you take that, multiply it across like several different hairdos across... Oh god, cool, we crash. What happened? Man, Skyrim, you're not helping me out today. What happened here? Let's check the crash log. But yeah, anyway, it's all just a big old thing to say that we're saving lots and lots of space because of this new way that we generate the NPCs. And I think they look fucking, I don't know, personally, I think they look great. They also look like hella consistent, right? That's like another big bonus, is that you're using the same face parts and tweaking them in order to generate people's appearances. So like people look different, but they're not like so obviously from like different mods, you know what I mean? It's like about kind of visual consistency. Crash. Sup. Open. Stormcloak Soldier. This one, eh? What's going on here? Yeah, no kidding. So, oh, you're streaming? I was so stoked to show off Ayala too. Ayala's like the one. Ayala's literally one of like 3 NPCs that I actually went and like. We didn't want to change anything about their appearance because they're so fucking cool. So she still looks like Northbourne Ayala. She was going to be the example. What happened here? Imperial Soldier, Imperial Persistent Spell Rescaling for NPCs. I don't know. This is a weird one. This is not good that this happened. Or sometimes it actually makes it easier, but this is like a very atypical crash then if it's got the 0 times 0. Well, who knows? Let's go see if we can make it happen again. And then I can, you know, it got to be reproducible. Generally, for us to be able to solve it. Or at least for us to be able to solve it easily. But yeah, so I'm really stoked about that. We'll go and look at some NPCs kind of in Riften. You guys can get a sense of it. What else? There was something else I wanted to show off. Most of you have seen the crafting system. Have y'all seen that already? I can show that off. I think it's pretty good. What else? We got... Yeah, I'll go to Riften. We got to show Medesi, Argonians. We're trying, Mothant. We're trying our very best. No promises, but it's very close. If it's not, you know, then it'll be very shortly thereafter. It's going to be... It's good. ASAP. And we're really working our hardest to kind of get that stuff to you. What else? What do we have? We got the crafting system. We got... There's something specific. Something I had in my head. I don't know if I said it or not. True directional movement. Where's my Kanban board? I'm still wondering about that one, though. Oh, yeah. You can see the fishing. Any balances for the prices of animals or animal pelts? In what sense, Alan? I think I remember a ticket about that like a long time ago. I think I might have upped them, like in general. I think I saw your ticket. In fact, here we can see. Say pelt. What happens? Crafting, polish bug fixes. Animal maybe? Ooh, that's a lot. That's Companion's Quest Reward. I fixed that one. There's so many little things, y'all. Like, Companion's Quest Rewards being kind of ass. Oh, well, Skeever Pelts are ass. You might be able to modify that by MCM. I'm not sure. Ah, well, if it's not on there, then certainly not. But I think I did go through, actually, just kind of separately and up them. I thought I made a ticket for it. Maybe not. Let's see. Where's my last save? Here? Whatever. That's no sweat. Because that giant's still going to be there, so if he's doing it. Companion Radiant Quest. Yep. Oh, yeah. So get this, y'all. I went through... I mean, I've had a lot of months to work on this, right? Like a solid, like, 4 to 5 months. So, like, there was a lot of shit that I was able to do in that time. And with everyone's help. The companion quest rewards are... Radiant quest rewards are better. They're all scaled according to how difficult the quest was. Every single Radiant quest has its own reward depending on what it's asking you to do. That was very important because, like, what the fuck? I'm going to go kill a bunch of vampires and get, like, 150 gold for it? Eat my ass. No way. Do mud crabs drop bones? Let's find out. Help. Mud crab. Well, actually, let's just do this. COC Riverwood. We need to go there anyway. I'm going to make myself go real fast. Extra fast. Small animal bones. I mean, that makes sense. Do you have a place to volunteer to help fix bugs? Sort of. We're probably going to have a lot more of that sort of thing once we're into 1.0, 1.1.0 Mothant. Because we'll have all the tools for you guys to be able to do that. BAT fast. Gotta go fast, baby. Oh, here, these pricks. Oh, you guys look weird? No, you look normal. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah? What would you
Uh-huh.
How about we play tag?
Y'all ever listen to this conversation?
Hey, no fair. Get her stumped.
If you ever listen to that conversation, the sister, that kid is like a total dipshit. Like, he's literally gonna get his dog killed, and he's just like, what's it called? Just concocting this scheme, this prank, to have his dog look like a spider, and his sister's like, dude, you're an idiot. Like, you want to make your dog look like a spider, everyone's gonna kill him, and also he's not gonna look like a spider. Are the dogs out of place? They're so cute, though. I could see that. I do like them. Alright, where's a... Ooh, big bear. FLP, any changes? FLP changes would be bug fixes. They certainly don't, Why is that so weird? Oh, shit. I selected myself, apparently. Ow! Oopsie. Oopsie kabibbles. One more time. Yeah, well, you need variety in all of the creatures. I don't know if there is a... an approximate... That was an oops. From me, y'all. I didn't even know that I could do that. I guess I'm used to not having... What's it called? Improved camera. That's so weird that it's like lagging when I open up the thing. I'm gonna see if that persists after I stop streaming. Okay, hold on. COC Riverwood. Yeah, automatic variance was my go-to. I want to say that there's something comparable on SSE, but I cannot remember for sure. I remember seeing it like a long time ago. Why? TGM, BAT fast. I don't like this little bit of lag. Fast we go. Zooming back and forth. Here we go. I guess God mode doesn't protect you from console kills, does it? Come on, mud crab. I know you guys are here. Ugh, it's so annoying. Kill. And I gotta be very careful here. I'm gonna kill you guys too, so you don't annoy me. Why are we doing this again? To check for animal bones? Do I have anything I can clean it with? Harvest ingredients. Just lag due to that memory leak discuss. It's possible, but I don't know. Maybe. I mean, hey, mud crabs have bones, right? You guys fuck off too. No. See ya. Are you still gonna try? Yeah, he's gonna try and fight me. All right. I respect it. They're drabs? Crabs? Do crabs not have bones? Oh, just an exoskeleton. You're right. Holy crap. Well, someone tell the wow. Well, Lizzie, can you raise a ticket for that? I'll fix it. You're right. That's hilarious. Well, I mean, I can change that. Wow. Look at us, y'all. Alright. Come here. Here, we gotta kind of do the same thing. Let's say BAT, add stuff. I got my Elven Lipo. Yeah, good enough. Wow. Hey, I mean, if we can add additional realism, why not, right? It's important. Bomaz, you're going down, brother. Wait, use your stomp attack. Use the stomp attack. Or the big thing. I feel like that's what it was. Any tips on uploading to 4K HD YouTube faster? Not really, Kai, to be honest with you. I know, I'm sure there's people who know a lot more than me. I know some things. Like, really just, I mean, if it's 4K, oh my god. What's up, Ayala? There she is. Yeah.
An outsider, eh? Never companions? An order of warriors.
Is there a way to move the text that comes up saying small, move them out of the way of the menus? So I moved them a little bit. Dragon scale. Yeah, she's very obviously inspired by, is it Alloy or Aloy? I don't know how to pronounce it. Burping. Yeah, Ayala looks cool as hell. I had to keep Ayala exactly as is. She's the one who, you know, really got the special treatment. That one was for Lizzie as well, because I know she loves Ayala, but Aloy, I don't know how to pronounce that either. Because that could be I or A. I isn't, okay, Aloy. Wait, what? DaVinci Resolve doesn't have a 1440p quality option. Aloy, gotcha. Like the fawns. Okay, that I understand. Well, I mean, 4K video is great to upload to YouTube. It just does take a long time because my understanding is that YouTube's kind of, you know, codec and just, I mean, I guess it's probably just the codec. I don't really know how it gets uploaded, but it has to encode everything that you're uploading, and the 4K encoder is naturally slower because of the additional data and also because they dedicate fewer resources because the vast majority of videos are not uploaded in 4K. That's starting to change, of course, so I expect it will get better over time. But, you know, kind of just maybe upload it overnight, or like try and get ahead of whatever videos you're uploading, so that you have like kind of a buffer in your schedule is what I would recommend. Are there others who got the special treatment? A couple. I know that there's more, but I mean, there's a lot of characters that have like special hair and things like that, but Ayala is a unique case, and because her hair is actually consistent of multiple parts, and it's like a big old thing. Let's go to Riften. Try show race. Oh, you know what? You're right, because I did just go into show race menu before we fucked with that giant. Oh. Hold on here, Kilted Frog. You might have cracked the case. Oh, after this, Riften, and then crafting. And then, fuck, there's always... I keep thinking of things that I want to mention, and then I'm talking about something else, and I can't remember. I need, like, a series of Jira tickets for my, brain. Let's go. Here we go. Oh, wait. Okay. We Gucci. Alright, so let's get that fight going. Whoa, God. It's too fast. Okay, you guys are fighting. Show race menu. I was also, you know, just to keep consistency, show race menu, because I was holding my bow. Oh, and then, what? Now? Oh, no, maybe it's just selecting things? Yeah, it's whenever something's selected. That's odd. Then it's fine. Plaster a bunch of sticky notes around your monitor with talking points on them? Yeah, I just need to write it down really fast, right? So here's my, my lady. Busy Lizzie. And you know, a memory leak would kind of make sense as well. Serana, she's one of the other ones. Yes. What's up? Leave me alone. You got bigger fish to fry, brother. There's a giant going nuts. Memory leak, memory leak, memory leak. Oof. Get her, him, Ayala. Where are all the female giants at, yo? Change hairs. Okay, yeah. Shortest menu. I'm really in the thick of it here. Hair. I don't know what that one is. Can't tell. Oh, look. It's going through my hood. That's fun. Is that because I'm still wearing it? Whoops. NSFW. Yeah, okay. I guess don't do that while you're, Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Memory leak. Give me a crash. It's weird to hope for... Oof. Get him. Getting your hair did in the middle of combat. Of course. It's weird to hope for a crash, isn't it? I mean, that very well could have been it, to be honest with you. Even... Oh, look, Nimriel. Oh, you guys can put these horns on your characters now, by the way. That's, it's not just NPC exclusive. You can do that. Crash resistance. Yes, she has a... Actually, I don't think she has a fire enchant on the bow. I think she's got, like, fire arrows. Oh, Rhea. You got it. Look, I helped. Boom. Now they're going to be like, wow, he's so sick. Yeah, what is...
You look strong. Come to Norvasker and be a companion.
Okay.
You handle yourself well. You could make for a
I, like, punched him one time. That's all it does. It checks for whether or not you attacked the giant successfully just once.
An order of warriors. We are brothers.
Yeah.
And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Sounds like a waste of time. It's too mean. Okay. Well, no crash, but that doesn't mean that it's not a what's it called? A memory leak. Yeah, hopefully. But sometimes that bothers me more than the ones that are reproducible. Yes! Enchanting has been improved. Oh, that's reminding me of, like, what I was going to say. Oh, Cisco asked about follower live package. How now you will not have a... your followers won't run away anymore. They don't get scared from Requiem's yield. They're not like little babies. And also, we have a method. So this one's tricky. There's a lot of... Have you guys ever fought a character and they're really tough, and when you get them close to the end of their life, they take a knee, like they go into bleed out, and then suddenly their health just refills completely, and you're like, what the hell? So that bug is caused by Requiem's true yield system. That's like where, you know, people run away because they're scared. We're still not 100%. So yeah, Ebony Warrior is the most famous example. Also the absolute worst time for that to happen because the Ebony Warrior sucks shit and he's super hard to fight. And you spend all this time and effort getting him down to like low health and then he just cheats. So with him, it's fixed. We don't know exactly why that bug occurs. We thought it was because these NPCs were flagged as protected, but we know now that that's not the case. When it shows up for certain characters, we have an ability to fix it on like a per character basis now. I kind of programmed in a thingy, but you know, we try to sweep it up where we see it. Ebony Warrior is super hard. Talion. Probably not 5.1 Iraq, but definitely 5.0.3. Yeah, it feels like that, 3D Jutsu. Head jump for me. Seasons of Skyrim. Oh, hell yeah, CP. I mean, that's going to be for sure one of those ones that I let like patrons be like, choose from one of these 3 next things to tackle, right? No new locations are being added in 1.1.0. Look, Alfhild.
They say the college has been snooping around Sarthal. Mages in the burial crypt. No good can come of that.
Looks like she's got like a little bit of tint there that she's probably not supposed to have.
It's back to work then.
See ya. Bye-bye. What are like the super annoying... So that's like an example is like she's still got just high poly head. She's got like the standard, you know, kind of stuff. She does have like a specific face though. So like what's crazy is that you can get a lot of visual variety just with the core stuff, especially with high poly head. High poly head is an incredible mod. It's actually, I really wish that they would upload high poly head to the Nexus because that's like the one mod that we still use that like is kind of annoying for Wabbajack. And like all the lists use high poly head and we all have to kind of do that login thing to vector plexus. So it's like, you know, not exactly smooth, but what are you going to do?
I'll see you.
How can you enter potato mode? You just got to use the launcher. Yes. But yeah, so that to me, and like same thing, there are, when I was going through and like messing with the NPCs, I basically have a list of like KS hairdos that I'm like, or like Apache hair that it's like, yes, these hairs are okay. They're, you know, they fit the setting. They're not like super weird or anything like that. Because a lot of KS hairdos, while beautiful, are ripped from places like The Sims. And they just, you know, I mean, you guys know the KS hairdos. Let's go back into show race menu. Try and trigger a memory leak again. Shit. Hold on. Busy Lizzie. Get out. Like this one. This one's not bad. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Like, it's not horrible, right? Oh, this is going to be. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's weird. But it's pretty not, you know what I mean? Like, they don't have physics either. You can put physics on some of the KS hairdos. And it looks pretty cool, but there's definitely a performance impact. Where's the other ones? Let's go to hair. Hair. Right, so like a lot of these... This one, I guess, is not... But it's pretty, like, anime. You guys know the style. So I was very kind of... This one's not so bad, but that's about as, you know, wild as I'm willing to get with it. Busy Lizzie. Wildlander. Yes, absolutely, Afro. We think the sliders work. At least they seem to be. We're kind of knocking on wood because we're not really sure what fixed that, to be honest with you. Oh, look, clay. Yeah, I know that's the case, Lizzie, but I'm like, well, I think the Salt and Wind textures are fantastic. I think they're great work. They're just not kind of like my style. They're a bit too uniform from like root to stem, I guess. What's the end of a hair called? I don't really know hair or like hairstyling. COC Riften Stables.
Let me know.
Sandy shores to add north coast and banks of rivers. What's up, dude?
Too lazy to walk, eh? Well, you found the right place.
No, stop doing that so I can show you the crafting system. What else? There was some... Oh, other bugs. What? How about this? If y'all are any... If you're Wildlander players...
Horses that need shoeing, so make it quick.
This one's... Ugh, that one's not amazing. Some of these, it's like when you put them on the high poly heads, they're a little bit odd. In fact, you know what? Let's make a...
Need something?
I'm gonna write him down. Let's, put it in here. Maybe. What's his name? Hofgrier. Hair weird. Save. What are, if you guys are Wildlander players, anyone name like your most annoying bugs? If I haven't mentioned them, I'm trying to think of what the ones that really sucked were, because it's been a while since I've had them in the thing. So we fixed a lot of super annoying ones, like really ones that kind of fuck with your experience for sure. Follicle. The follicle is follicle. That's like the inside the root. Well, I mean, like what's like the, like when people say like split, I guess just the end, split end. Necromancer's Amulet save game bug. Which one was that, Ashen? Teleporting horses is fixed. Lizzie fixed that one. You guys owe her for that one. What else? Thalmor destroying everything. That one's gone. Fixed. A user found the solution to that one. That one was weird. That's like a super unique, like, no wonder the author didn't find it. Crafting menus, totally fixed. Crafting menus are both fixed, and also, here, I can show off the crafting system a little bit. What's happening? Who's fighting? Who fights? Oh, whoever they are, I think they're dead now. No? Oh, no, he's just running away. What's up, horse? Who's fighting? Oh, you guys are... Is it a wolf? Was it bandit attack? Whoop. What's your affiliation? Whoa. Is this a guard? That's like a guard. Yeah. Who killed him? Who's going on over here? Yo, thank you for the 6 months, super creamy. Who are you guys fighting? Someone trying to attack over here. Yeah, saving your mark rather than somebody being underwater. That's interesting. Getting Necromancer's Amulet is or impossible. Huh. Any hunting knives in Rorikstead? It's possible, Alan. I can check. Let's go. Here, remind me to do that after we check out Riften. Oh, fuck. What? Now I can't get in here because the guards are dead? You gotta be kidding me. Who killed? I still don't understand, like, what happened here. Wow. Well, that's pretty ridiculous. I've never seen that happen before. You know... Jeez. Is there, like... Yeah, I can console unlock it, but if that happens... Stormcloak affiliated town? I guess so. Yeah, are they Stormcloaks? I thought Riften would have been Imperials. But they are on this side of the map. Probably right.
I had another run-in with a thieves
I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble?
Just passing through Maul. So like people like Maul, it was very. That's right. That's right. Back will tell you to go to the front. That's true. Yeah. Oh my god, I don't care, dude. You can ignore me all you want. Maul, it's very. We want to make sure all the ugly characters remain ugly as well.
You're a stranger here too, huh?
Also, Mule was like way too hot before, unfortunately. We got Sapphire, got Shotter, Gentle Thralled, everyone's favorite Skyrim character. What's up, Sapphire?
So get out of my face. Next time, keep your plans quiet, and nothing will happen.
What else we got? Oh, Maurice, Aravel, Helga. What's up?
My food is the best in all of Skyrim. Always as fresh as
Yeah, definitely. Let's see, who else we got? Nivenor.
If you're looking for a handout, you want to speak with my husband.
Losing Babe Mule, greatest loss.
Excuse me.
You can do that. Zorza. What's up, Yolgir? What's up, Brynjolf?
Purchase a bottle of my genuine farmer blood elixir. Only 20 septims each.
Nope. No, thank you. So yeah, you get kind of a, you know. Here's Medesi.
Could I interest you in some fine?
Why is it not Riften? Riften is not my favorite city for sure. My favorite city, it's really hard to say. Like in my Let's Play series, everyone used to make fun of me because I mean, like, I really like all of them. More or less, like, there's things I like about, yeah, Brynjolf, you know, you gotta have our boy Brynjolf. He's gotta have that good hair, right? I always thought it looked fitting. Yeah, Yeah, the teeth, actually, they got a little bit of particular attention from me. I think the teeth model and the teeth texture is really good, but they're a bit too white, so I kind of colored them up a little bit.
You gonna buy something, or just here for training? Otherwise, move on. Come back when you're ready to spend more gold.
Oh, here's one little thing I can talk about. You notice how the camera lock... Oh, yeah, look, Boley, he's, what's it called? He's involved in the fishing quests. Nice glass dagger, brother. Nice, that's not, cheap. Oh, yeah, this was fixed. This guy, for a while, Lizzie found this. He would stand... I deleted... One of the other things I did, like, early on was I went through and kind of, like, cleaned stuff up and just generally, like, uncluttered this area so that, there would be just a little bit better performance, right? Because it was really, really crowded. What are you doing, bud? Anyway, there was something here. There must have been, like, a crate or something like that, and he would stand there and, you know, go to town on the air. The lock-on for the NPCs, I really missed that. I think some of you might have noticed that in heckin' 1.0.0, when it zooms in on the NPCs, that part I really like, but it doesn't lock onto them, so it's very easy to accidentally, like, look away from them, and it's kind of, like, annoying. The reason that I had to leave the lock-on off was because of a bug that I kept encountering with the tavern games, where, like, you would be looking the wrong direction. It was like this whole thing, and honestly, how did I even fix it? I can't remember. It's in a ticket, but I fixed it, so now we can get the lock on and we can get the tavern games looking in the right spot, because they need to be kind of pointed in a certain direction. Yeah, you're right. Fighting pollution in his own way. I like the optimism, Alan. Yeah, so all kinds of stuff there. Let's do crafting, shall we? This is a good spot to show that off. Let's, so here's what happens when you open the crafting menu, right? Now, my character, she doesn't know shit. She doesn't, it's like, you can see this, yeah, cooked food. It's like, hey, get food and go to an open flame, right? And that's how you do it, and lantern oil. That's the only stuff that's going to show up if you got nothing, right? However, here's what happens if I get a, do I have any perks? I don't think so. No, I don't. Whatever. Player.advanced skill. I'm a mod that edit the height and player of an NPC. Beef stew recipe all set. Should be. What's up with it? Player.advanced skill. Alan, do you still have access to the Jira? You're probably, if you search for it, most everything that we fix is tagged with an issue. Beef stew was using the wrong bottle of water. Gotcha. That, yes. Well, because what we did is, well, very long, complicated fix. Suffice to say that the bottled water is now what you will get whenever you try to fill bottled water. The proper one, that is. Smithing, who cares? 10,000? 100,000? Doesn't matter. Nice. It just maxed out smithing. How about that? Health. Bunch of health, please. What time is it? 2:30. Smithing. Got my slab of meat, chuck it on this forge. That would do it, right? Smithing. So we're gonna get craftsmanship, right? So if you have primitive cooking, limited and strange. Limited and, well, we don't use it at all. That's one fix. So if you try and hit the button that was the crafting, or the primitive cooking menu, right? What I did was I basically, any of you who remember Ultimate Skyrim, who played back in the day, towards the very end, I implemented, with the help of our boy Gatto, he's the one who really did the coding back here, because I didn't know how to do it yet. We implemented what I called dynamic crafting. The idea was that your crafting menu would kind of be universalized into one menu, and you would be able to craft stuff according to, like, the stations that were near you. This was so you didn't have to constantly jump between, you know, stations, and the idea, of course, is that your character is using the stations. They're just, you know, it's an abstraction, right? So that worked, sort of. I also wanted, like, you know, you to be able to see what perks were required. We had this token system that kind of like, if you crafted stuff too fast, it kind of like fucked everything up, and it was easy to like crash the game or lag it or whatever. So it was a bit over-engineered, or at least we didn't know about that stuff yet. So with this update, the main... oh, yeah, okay, here you go. So Clockwork Salmon, what you were talking about, this was my big impetus for fixing crafting. The crafting menu as it was, I still like the idea of being able to see everything that you can craft, right, like off the bat, but there's just a bajillion recipes. You're right, you don't know what to craft as a new player. It's just very confusing. It's an unintuitive system. So there's two major things that I fixed, you might say. One is the menu clutter, and two is that I added this like dynamic crafting, right? So what you get in here, oops, not that, is now, so I have a crafting perk, simple one, right? Now you will see this, toolkits. So to build toolkits, you need any other toolkit or a sharp object, right? So what do I have? I have absolutely nothing. Now any sharp object, that means fucking what? It means weapons. It means, you know, if you got a sharp rock, if you need pretty much anything that's like a roughly tool-esque, you can make one of these toolkits. So let's just do this. BAT, add stuff. Right? So I got a sword would easily do it. So now you will see I have the recipes for the various toolkits, right? The toolkits have a dual purpose. One is to provide like an actual in-universe explanation for why you're able to craft all the shit that you're able to craft, right? And two is to sort the crafting menu so that you don't just have a fucking bajillion different crafting recipes all in your face all the time. And you're basically crafting the toolkits that correspond to the kind of shit you want to do. So let's use, I mean, Survivalist, like, and most of the starting, options get the Survivalist Toolkit by default. We don't have it because we did the manual startup, right? Let's go ahead. What do we need? 2 wood? Sure, help. Wood. Actually, no. We're just going to give ourselves the toolkit because wood is kind of annoying to find. Help. Unless there's some... Oh, wait. Can't use this? Is that not dynamic? Guess not. Wood pile. Oops. You? Yeah. Only one? Dang. Hold on. No. No. Just regular. I don't have a woodcutter's axe. Should you be able to take that? What mod is this? The crafting mod, Hawkeye? If that's what you're asking about, it's mine. I just made it. Console and axe. I can just console the wood. I can just console myself the toolkit. Help. Toolkit. Serve. Player add item. A324 CE A31. Alright, so we got a Survivalist Toolkit, right? So the way that this works is that the toolkits are essentially ways to sort the menu, right? You actually do need them to craft these recipes, but the way that toolkits function is that you know, hey, I want to show the recipes. You get to see all the stuff that you can craft with your current perks and with that toolkit. So there's obviously still a lot of recipes for a survivalist, right? But it's a lot easier. I mean, the menu itself is built decently well. There's a lot of ways to filter it. You can filter it, of course, by category. You can filter it using an actual string. You have additional filters here, or not filters, the display. Diverse racial skeletons. I actually almost used that again. I used to, Just Guy. But we have... Oh, thank you for the prime sub, Bradley Walton. Are there different cooking tools? Not really. There's just chef's tools for now, Salmon. Maybe in the future, because cooking is something I'd really like to expand. But right now, it's just chef's tools to cook a lot of the most intense, like, recipes. Anyway, so you got this stuff that you can use to sort it. It's a lot less overwhelming, in my opinion, right? Use this, hide the recipes, and you're good to go. You can also, if you like... there's a lot of... I try to build in a lot of flexibility for, like, all the different ways that a player might use the stuff, right? Let me give you an example of that. You can use these toolkits directly from the menu as well. And then... Hey, what's up, Charmbarian? If you do that, then you... It's kind of like another way to sort the menu. You're just only going to see the recipes that are from the Survivalist Toolkit, right? Thank you very much for the prime sub. Is this Ian? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Ian. let's look at some other examples. Or actually, here, let's do this. You can see Survivalist Toolkit. What's something that requires the forge? Actually, it won't show up here. So we're going to walk away from all that stuff, right? Thank you very much. Let's see. No, crafting button. I got to hit the right button. So if I hit Survivalist Toolkit, let's find something that requires, like, shaping metal, right? Maybe a weapon. Steel hunting knife. Perfect. Okay, so you can see in the requirements in the bottom, we got steel ingot, leather strips, fragment bone, and a forge. So the forge recipe appears because we're not at a forge, or we're not near a forge. If you use the forge, same thing. You've got your, these actually need to be sorted, these ones, because they're from, well, actually, I'm not going to sort them at all, because that's the Curios, Rare Curios CC. I'm going to be removing that, but I had to put it in there for like a hot second. This will be sorted. But same thing, you got your Survivalist Toolkit. So the way that the stations now work is that you can think of the stations as another form of sorting. I don't know why I said it like that. Thank you for the Prime sub. Plain old me. It's another way of sorting the various recipes. So when you go to the forge, you are only going to see stuff that you make with a forge, right? This was the way that it is in 1.0.0. I intended the forge almost to kind of be like an upgraded player crafting menu. So the idea was that anything you can craft in the player crafting, you can also craft at the forge. This was very confusing for players. I think a lot of people were like, why am I making clothing at a forge? That doesn't make any sense. So, you know, it's not exactly intuitive, I would say. So this way, you know, you go to the forge, it's only going to have the stuff that you make actually at a forge. Same thing here. If we go and look at the steel hunting knife recipe. Steel... Wait, no. Whoops, my bad. Let's show the recipes. There you go, steel hunting knife. You can see here now that the forge requirement is fulfilled, so it does not show up anymore. You just need this stuff, and you're going to be able to craft it. Is there a way to show all possible items like the old crazy way? Well, sort of, Alan. I mean, you can just have the tools and then show them. That would be the way to do it. But the thing is that you actually do need the tools to craft stuff now, so you're not going to be able to craft things unless you have the appropriate toolkit. Let's see here. Also, raw materials recipes, they get their own kind of separate category because there's a lot of those, and obviously it's like, you know, that can be overwhelming as well. Include any rebalancing. Her heavy armor kind of sucks. Seems like no one uses it. I think a lot of people use heavy armor, to be honest with you. The tools do weigh something. What do they weigh? Like 1? Maybe a little bit more if they're like one of the heavier toolkits. This one's 1. So you need to have the perk in order to see the recipe. No, you don't, Alan. That's like the... What's it called? If you look over here, you will... Oh, wait. Sorry. The perk, yes. Or, like, you would need the perk... Like, if you have the... What's it called? Toolkits, but you don't have craftsmanship, then yes, you still will not see that recipe. If that's what you meant. Craft anything if you have the ultimate tool in the zine. Is that so? Oh, look, Henry. He's a good guy. What's another... Oh, here. Let's get some raw food. Help. Raw. I mean, that's how it always was. You needed the... At least there's not very many recipes that I can think of that didn't require the craftsmanship perk. There are some, but they're all related to like stuff like alchemy, like something that an alchemist would know how to make, versus like a general purpose craftsman. Raw horse meat. That'll do it. 65C, 9C, 1. So if you go in here, yeah, kindling. So cooked horse meat, the reason that this shows up is because this is recognized as a heat source. I don't think that... What's up, dude? Can I help you? What's his name? Balamond. I don't think he would be super stoked if I tried to cook some meat using his forge, but I don't think he would mind that much either. Let's go in here, being Barb.
People of Riften, heed my words.
Yeah.
Return of the dragons is not mere coincidence.
Here he is.
This is one of the signs.
Yes, of course. Here's Mercurio, everyone's favorite, my personal favorite. I love
My skill in
Mercurio.
battle is unmatched. Fortunately for you, that skill can be bought.
Sure, brother.
Why
Yeah, so that's basically the crafting system. I think it's pretty intuitive. If there's any parts that don't make sense, feel free to ask. But I think that you guys will kind of get it when you get your hands on it, right? And there's a lot of, like, kind of tutorialization built in. So again, like, if you don't have any tools or you don't have, like, the means to craft them, it'll tell you kind of how to do that. It makes it very clear that what you are missing is, like, the various tools. Because that's the part, right, that anyone who's kind of used to not having them might be confused by. And what was the other thing that I was doing? I was supposed to do? Someone asked me to show something off. I can't remember what it was. What else do we got? What's up, Marimal?
Blessings of Mara upon you. May you return
And
with
you,
benevolence
my
and
friend.
safety.
Yeah.
What are you doing back here?
All right then.
Just hanging out like a weirdo?
Can I interest you in some fine goods from Morrowind?
I really wish there's something we can do about these, like, seams. That's kind of tough, though. It's the E and B. You can see it doesn't show up if we turn off the E and B. It's like the detailed shadows, basically.
Need something.
Let's see. Oops. Oh, I thought E and B helper.
I don't think so.
Let's see. Here we go. I guess not if we're in dialogue. Any chance of Gamepad plus plus? Gamepad plus plus. Oh my God. Yes, at some point, that is very likely going to make a return. I'm a big fan of that mod. Field. No. Detailed shadow. Branche. Oh, that's another quick fix. That's a Doodles mod. Is if you're in the E and B menu, the game controls are turned off, so you don't constantly have to either go into the console or worry about stealing things and etc.
Fairest prices and the highest quality in Skyrim.
Sacrosanct has actually never been part of the.
I pay fair prices
This is
for all
rude.
sorts of goods.
You can still kind of see the same. I guess it's just the various shading. It's definitely worse with detailed shadow on though.
On display, really.
All right. No, I'm good.
Keep your eyes.
Sacrosanct is a strong candidate for the vampirism overhaul, because I'm definitely going to overhaul vampirism. It's just a question of with what, right? So that's Riften. Was there anything else in particular that you guys mentioned? Oh yeah, the Trello. I can show off the Trello. This is you see the new NPC next to the last look much better. Keep the vanilla. Which ones are that, Cat Cut? You're talking. I swear I know one of them that I saw. I thought looked really nice, but I only saw it was like a while ago. The vampire mod in Ultimate Skyrim was better, not better vampires. Vampiric Thirst. That's what it was. So here's another big bit, and then we can call it after this, unless anyone has any other big questions. But so we have a Trello now, and this is not like I don't have a thing for a bookmark. Thank you, Cat Cut. So our Trello board, this is going to be linked to the roadmap page on the website, and there's also some other stuff I want to put on the roadmap, but there'll be a link there. This is basically our public board where you can see like what other suggestions people have made, suggestions that the staff has made, stuff that I want to put in that might not be part of those two groups. This is how we're going to be managing all of the different like suggestions and stuff going forward. So we're really trying to kind of like bring the community into the fold a little bit with this. And also I think a big impetus is honestly just, you know, people obviously ask like, have you considered this mod, or like, is this mod in there or whatever? And then they have a very easy way to check themselves. You can just kind of Control F anywhere on this board and it'll show up like so. Or you can, I mean, you guys know Trello, but if you don't, really nice way to, what's it called? To organize various like kind of tasks. I mean, really, it would be like a really good task Kanban board. Yes, I do have a filter on. There's a lot. Otherwise, there's a whole lot of bad boys in here. Let's say, what's a random word? Say, bandit. Is there anything in there for that? Bandit. Jump through. More bandit. Less bandit chatter. Bandit line expansion. Dear Diary mod, like the paper UI. I mean, that's the paper UI is not really my style, Rock TV. It's the kind of thing where like once customization is opened up, if you want to take a crack at it, you are welcome to. It will probably be pretty complicated, to be honest with you. Sleeping expansion is amazing. It's better reactivity. I love that. That's one of Jay Serpa's, I want to say. I love that mod. But yeah, so this will be public at some point soon. We just got to figure out where to link it. And we're not, it's not like not public. Like if you go to the same website, you'll be able to see it. The current religion mod is basically just, I think it's just like standard Requiem. Oh, thank you very much, Ramsick. Basically ASAP. I'm really trying to get it out by the end of May. I mean, that's going to be really threading the needle if possible. But, you know, maybe, but I definitely cannot guarantee it. Have ideas, are you rolling around? Trying our very best. Rolling around for the jobs and life skills. Oh, yeah, of course. So jobs and life skills are obviously a big focus. That's the next content. Like, that one's for sure going to be one of the focuses of the next update beyond that. Beyond 1.1.0, that is. That's a mouthful. What I'd really just like to do is kind of give you a way to perform all the jobs that you see other people doing and that you can reasonably assume people are doing, like in the various settlements. I'm not quite... There's some obvious, like, singular mods, like, you know, Become a Bard, that are really fully featured for, like, a singular type of profession. So I'm always on board with stuff like that. But I also have looked at stuff like Jobs of Skyrim, where you get kind of like a more general purpose series of professions. My worry is that I'm not sure how stable or, like, functional some of these are. There's also Skyrim jobs, I believe. Yeah, here we go. So these ones are pretty cool. They're like, this one's a little bit more limited in scope, which obviously is, you know, very solid. High poly vanilla NPC overhaul. Yeah, see, that's the thing, CatCut. We basically do that, like, as is. The exception, I mean, we use the high poly heads for, you know, all the different NPCs, all the high poly head parts. If I remember, high poly head overhaul, I think my issue with this, no, vanilla NPC, is that, there's a lot of kind of hairs that are just not my style. Like that one's not so bad, I guess. That one's fine, more or less. But like this, no way. That one, no way. We use that hair sometimes. It doesn't look bad there. Maybe. But it's, not this one. Wrong page. High poly, is this it? Oh, this looks generally better. Yeah, this looks like mostly vanilla hairstyles. Oh, well, in this case, if it's that, then we're basically going to have that. So let's see. What kind of Skyrim player and modder am I? That's a good question, Infrared Solution. I don't really know how, in what sense. Like, what option compared to what? Yeah, okay, this is like the same one. So, I mean, this is basically what we'll have in the game. Here's like Balamund, right? So here, we can take a look at our Balamund. What does he look like compared to that? I will definitely take a look at that. What's up, bruh? Stop.
What brings you to Balamund today? Repair? Purchase?
It's like pretty comparable, I'd say. He looks, his like, you can tell his like face geometry is a little different, but it's pretty similar. Who else we got? Some recognizable people that I know who they are off the. This is, what is his name? Is this Courier? I think he's Winterhold, right? Pretty sure. Oh, I'm definitely a perfectionist, that's for sure. Use no content, just fixes interface changes to player completionist. Ah, okay. Well, how did you find this channel? Are you familiar with my core project, or did you kind of find it through Twitch? Hey, what's up, Moon? How you doing? Let's go to Winterhold. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff like that. CatCut. What I imagine it's doing at the very least is like what generally is done here. Winterhold Jarl's Longhouse? Gotcha. Okay, so if you go to wildlandermod.com, I think you can hit the... I think I corrected... What does my Twitch look like? Do I have a panel, y'all, at the bottom for the website? And if you click it, does it take you to wildlandermod.com? If so, that'll tell you kind of what sort of modder I am.
What's your business
Whoa.
here in Winterhold?
Okay, chill. Here's Jarl Courier. Oh, here. You want to see... Lizzie, you've not gotten to see this yet, I don't think. Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Alan.
And you'd have me do what? Join the college and prance about casting spells all day?
Yeah. Yeah. Birna. Here you go, Lizzie. Oh, I also cleaned this up so that it's actually like... What's it called? People walk on it texture, right? And here you go. Smelter. I think I got to lower it ever so slightly. It looks like it's floating just a smidge, but I can fix that. Look, the fire is soothing. We needed a smelter in Winterhold. We didn't have one, so I put one in there. I gotta lower it a little bit, though. It's kind of hard to tell the, what the, oh yeah, the level of stuff is in the, oh my god, creation kit. What else we got? Oh, fixed heckin' outlaw refuges, right? So all the NPCs are there properly. That's a big fix. That was another fix that someone found. Lizzie, it might have been you. That patch. I knew that patch was kind of wonky. What's up, y'all? What's up, Dandis?
Safe travels.
Yes. That is accurate to say. That's right. Thank you very much, Lizzie. That was a good catch. It's like, why is this patch like including... I mean, clearly the person who put it together meant well, but, you know, didn't understand that a patch doesn't need to include all those identical to master records. Yeah, you know. That's... Oh, shit, actually, while I'm here, I wanted to check this. Rourke said in the shop inventory. Got it. What were you needing from that, Alan? Whatever mod added the shop wasn't impacted by trade and barter. That's possible. Hunting knives. Well, so was it the hunting knives, or was it, you think, trade and barter? Elevated NPCs. Gotcha. Okay, I gotta be very careful here. Oh, this is all I really need, actually. Let me, not get killed. So there's some bullshit here. So I guess the visual indicator... Lizzie, I'm betting that, this here is supposed to be... Well, I don't know, maybe. Is this supposed to be the indicator that there's, like, the invisible runes? I just don't know if that was on purpose or not. I guess it doesn't really matter, but this is all I need. Print screen. And that should do it. You can see one. Yeah, I can see the one right there. I just don't know why I can't see these ones. Like, did they do it on purpose? Y'all, be careful. Don't step here. Is it, like, under... Yeah, it doesn't look like they, like, are there at all, unless they're in here. There's two. But the ones that are on top of it are just straight up invisible. That's not fair. Maybe they, like, don't show up on this, Ow! Maybe... Is it just these two? Ow. And that's why... That's really weird, though. Do they not show up on this? Who can say? Do I look like an elevated NPC? Yeah, that one's weird. Alright, well, first things first. Elevated NPCs. I'll just take a look. Elevated NPCs. Unique, realistic NPC replacers. I like the face sculpt there. Sid gear. That's not so bad. That hair's a bit JRPG for me. I like the face sculpting. That hair's generally fine. That one's a little weird. I mean, so clearly the face sculpt. It's the problem with Skyrim is that it's really hard to make faces look good. These do look really nice for sure. So here's the thing for me, right? The actual NPC triggers someone he dies. Oh. Gotcha. Elisif, huh? Is she on here somewhere? The thing for me is, like, consistency is key, right? So if you have some NPCs that like that one's perfect. That looks great. Medonic, whatever. Elisif. Oh yeah, that looks great. If you had these NPCs, it looked like Dr. Morbius. Yeah, see, like, it's a bit like pristine. Like these are fantastic face sculpts for sure. It's like what I kind of opt for at this point. The reason that I generate all these NPC appearances on the fly now, I'm gonna set game hour to 16, kind of afternoon-ish, and we'll go to Rorikstead. Exterior 01. Oh, you know what? Lizzie, can you do me a big favor if you're still here? Yeah, well, it's the fact that it's generally not quite vanilla is, can you create an issue and throw it on the current epic and the fixed version and put it in progress for cleaning up the grass for the paths here in Rorikstead? I meant to put that there and then I completely forgot. I would very much appreciate it. This is the one, Alan? Farmer's Bounty Mercantile. Yeah, so for me, like, you can kind of get a... This guy doesn't have proper voice.
Welcome. I'm Janus Mentedius,
It's
co-owner
one
and
of
proprietor of
MJD's.
Farmer's Bounty Mercantile. What can I do for you?
What do you got for sale?
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Okay, well... He does not have a hunting knife. He has... I can see that he has some things that are, you know... Certainly he has the proper inventory for a generic merchant. Soaps. Just a random smattering of stuff. You never know what you're going to get. Books. What else we got? Yeah, so I mean, merchant inventories in general get a little bit of a buff, especially a variety buff. There's one on there already. Oh, shit. Really? Whoa, perfect. Did you make it or did I? For vanilla, the facial look, something look. Yes, I mean, the work is impeccable. If you could have that mod edit, like, every single NPC in the game, or have kind of whatever it's using as a baseline be, like, the baseline for every NPC, then I would probably, you know, opt for it. Thank you so much for 12 months, Prince Wolfchild. Thank you, I do, absolutely. The vacation was fucking amazing, and I'm like, God, it just, you know, you wish you could go back sometimes. Stupid question because I keep mixing up what it does, 3D Jutsu, but also I do it manually in a few different ways. I also distribute them, like, into certain, like, dungeon loot lists and things like that. Oh yeah, absolutely. That'd be absolutely untenable. It's like I can go and do all the NPCs just like, you know, as someone who's kind of tweaking data and not sculpting a whole ass face. And even that took forever. Like, it took forever to go through all the different NPCs in the game and kind of make the changes. But now it's like nice and easy. Look, it's Rorikstead. This is all ETAC, Alan. So that is one of the custom voiced, you know, characters. Here's the take a peek. I don't have that in here for 1.1.0, but I did see it, and it's fucking awesome. I absolutely love it. All right, y'all. Well, I think it's 3 o'clock now. I think that should do it. If there are any outstanding questions that I've not asked, or if there's anything that, Lizzie, if you can think of that I haven't mentioned, I feel like I kind of got everything. Oh, jobs. We were talking about jobs for like a hot second. So there's various mods that do this. I'm kind of afraid that they're either going to, like you can see this one's got 17 bugs. That, you know, bugs appearing on this page does not necessarily mean that what people are reporting are actually bugs. But it's pretty clear that this, you know, the last time this was updated was 2017, so I don't think the author's working on it anymore. Yes, I've seen her updating E-Tech, actually, Lizzie. At some point, we're going to have to update. I'm not looking forward to that, though. I'm looking forward to it in the sense that I'm sure that, you know, all the stuff she's been working on is amazing. Not looking forward to it because we do a lot of stuff that's going to step on Jenna's toes, and then we're going to have to reconcile it. In-depth quest mods and roadmap. Maybe. I'm really picky when it comes to quest mods. It's very hard to make a large-scale quest mod feel contiguous and like, you know, something that could have been out of vanilla, which is usually my concern. Worm's Tooth is pretty good. We've had it in there in the past. It was kind of broken the way we had it in, or the version that we had, but I know that, you know, John has been working on it. I would say Kynesgrove and Morthal, huh? Solid. Kynesgrove would be, I mean, Morthal we have currently JKs. We can mash them up, and then Kynesgrove could use some additional love for sure. But yeah, so there's like that. Like Undeath is good. I think it's good enough to be in there. I say good enough. I don't mean good enough. I mean like consistent enough, we'll say. Because they're obviously all incredible, especially for the amount of, you know, resources that are available to make them. Awesome. That is rad. Ooh, I want to see, actually. Let's see what this looks like. Oh. Oh, it's a picture. Oops. Well, I'm sure I can find it. Wildlander, yes, is lore friendlier. At least tries very hard to be. Yeah, I mean, it's a pain in the butt. Cat cut for sure. It's like, well, maybe we can finally use those. You know what? We have... Yeah, how about this? Here. We have a series of DP that we can use to pay for... oh my god, what? Nexus Premium. So, I'll hit you up around then. Big massive build up, ultra disappointing finish, kill final boss in 15. Oof. Yeah, well, Requiem might help that, but that's the thing, like, you need, you know, patches and stuff to make it work, of course, with sometimes, I mean, usually you need some degree of patching in order to make something work well, at least, with Requiem. Gotcha, thank you, Lizzie. Yeah, shit is pretty wild. It's pretty worm, you might say. Oh, these ones. Alright, y'all. Well, I think that pretty much covers it. Again, if you got anything for me right now that I haven't answered, I'm trying to think of, you know, I mean, the change log is really what's going to answer all the stuff that's in 1.1.0, because there really is a lot, and a lot of them are just like little tweaks here and there. It's hard to remember all the stuff. We've been working on it for so long. But hopefully you like it, and I will... Grass Collision mod. Oh, yeah, definitely. We were talking about that earlier. We were like, yo, it's just so crazy. I'm really hoping to put it in. I'm kind of waiting for them to, like, work out the kinks, so to speak. They might have already done that. And I'm, like, curious about the performance. Like, I don't know if there's a performance impact or not. I'm just, like... That was one of those things that I just never, ever thought was going to be fixed because it just never had been. And it's something that people had kind of hoped for a very long time. And every once in a while, something like that happens where just, like, one of the wizards... will come along and just decide that they want to fix this like long-standing issue or like feature gap, and they do it. Like same thing has happened with quite a few different things. I remember the first time that happened that I really was like, what was like rain occlusion? Like we used to have to do so much stuff for rain occlusion. I've told those stories before. Yes, the update, it's simple. I'm not exactly sure what the process is going to be, but the launcher is going to be able to detect whether or not you've updated, right? And it's going to ask you if you want to update, because it'll kind of launch Wabbajack, I'm pretty sure is the plan, to update it. We just want to make sure that it doesn't auto-update and you have a chance to kind of opt in so that you don't, you know, upgrade all your stuff and then your old saves become unstable. Yeah, it's crazy, Kilted Frog. Like, last year was such an incredible year for modding. The year before that was an incredible year for modding. This year is proving to be such an incredible year for modding, too. There's just so many things coming out still that blow my mind. Like, so many improvements over the past, like, 5 years. And it's 2022. It's, like, 11 years after the game came out, and it's just absolutely nuts to see. Clearly, Skyrim... I feel bad because, obviously Fallout 4 kind of gets like the short end of the stick when it comes to like modding interest. There's some cool stuff going on there, but I think most of the Fallout 4 modders and like mod pack authors are like, yeah, I wish we had some of the attention that Skyrim got. And I get that. I'm also, there's some stuff that Fallout 4 has in terms of its engine that I'm super jealous of. Like Fallout 4 can have more than 4 light sources, that's for sure. Dynamic light sources, that is. It can have, it doesn't have that Havoc bug where if you know, have a world space of a certain size and you go too far away from the origin point, then the physics just stop working like they do in Skyrim. That was what really put the damper on everyone's dreams to have some sort of giant world space, right? Yeah, Malwarebytes would like my input. Get out of here, Malwarebytes. No thank you. Tweaking with Horizon, which is the Requiem. Yeah, I have seen Horizon, actually. It looks cool. How's the Ebony Warrior? Ebony Warrior is a huge pain in the ass. He's very difficult. Yes, he summons things. He has potions. He will whoop your ass, just good old-fashioned style. He's technically more doable in Wildlander just because in base Requiem, I believe, base Requiem, he's still bugged because of that whole true yield issue, right? He does have shouts as well. He's no joke. Ebony Warrior, I had to go and test Ebony Warrior because I was fixing that bug, right? Yeah, he's like, Mirak has, you know, like dragons and some other shit, and there's like some environmental stuff in his arena. If I had to guess, as someone who has very little experience with the Mirak fight, Mirak's probably harder, like, probably edges it out a little bit, but like Ebony Warriors, he'll fuck you up. But yeah, if the bug is active, then the Ebony Warrior is literally invincible because he will take a knee and then he'll get all his health back and then he'll come, you know, beat you up some more. Mirak lowers your magic resistance. That's a problem for endgame builds. You need that magic resistance. Shit sucks. What a jerk, Mirak. One day I'll play through that whole quest line organically, but it's not easy. It's so... You really need to invest a lot of time in your character. He spawns at level 30. I believe it's level 30. I'm like 99.9% certain. Wildlander team plan to touch anything in Dragonborn. That is, it's almost entirely left to Fozar's patch. There are like a few things that it does that we do, I should say. Like, you know, you have missives there, and you have like various other NPC improvements, and you have all of the improvements to, you know, crafting and all the improvements to various shop inventories. Wildlander covers all that. There's a bunch of stuff that I would like to add eventually. Like, Raven Rock is already a little bit expanded. It's got more people. It's got some additional stuff. It's always fun to add some more. I'd love to expand Tel Mithrin. There's a few different things that you can do with Tel Mithrin out there that are really cool. We expand the house that you get, Severin Manor, right, in Raven Rock. But, you know, there's a lot. In fact, I think if you go here, just last thing before we go, Trello, say, Tel, will that show up? Probably Mithrin would be like a better, yeah, better Tel Mithrin's on there. Blacksmith Water Fix, expanded Tel Mithrins. Those are the two that I was thinking of. There is, probably not Severin Manor. I think there's a few player houses that are on Solstheim as well. My kind of dream for Solstheim is that it's not, like, holistically as, like, high level. I guess it kind of isn't. It's, like, Fozar's does make stuff pretty tough, and, like, the Ash Spawn in particular are tough. But, my dream for Solstheim is that it does have some content for like relatively low level players, and that would be like, that's where you get, you know, the jobs overhauls and stuff, right? Oh, I didn't never finish talking about that. Summarily for jobs, I'm gonna look at what's out there, and there's obviously those singular job mods like Become a Bard that are like famous and fantastic and whatever. I've been thinking a lot about it, and jobs are so important to me that if it comes down to it, I'm gonna try to make my own solution if either the stuff that's out there just doesn't work, or if getting it to work is just, you know, if it would just be simpler or more time efficient to make something from scratch. We'll see. I'll evaluate. You guys will know. I'll post about it. That's for sure. Anyway, y'all, I think that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm glad that we got to hang out again. It's been a while. And I fully plan to be there next week. There's going to be another kind of gnarly, I'm going to be here through this next weekend, and I'm going to be here the weekend after that, but then I basically have 4 weekends in a row where I'm going to be gone. The first weekend I'm going to be out of the country, and then the 3 other weekends after that are all weddings that we have to fly for, and then I think we're okay for a while again. But whatever it is, I'm going to try to not just like skip on the streams even if I'm gone on like Friday. If I'm gone on Thursday and Friday, then I might have to, but I'll keep you guys in the loop. If I end up, you know, being gone on one of those Fridays, then either I'll do like a stream on Thursday or whatever the solution will be. I'll let you know. Check my Twitter, check my, I mean, Discord actually is the best place to do it. But I do post about it on Twitter as well, and y'all know where to find it. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Let's see if there's anyone we can raid. It's been a while since we raided anyone as well, inherently. Pause. Who do we got? Oh, Sakura. Okay, easy. Easy thingy. Raid Sacroletius. Sacroletius. Boom. Oh, just so y'all know. God, when I talk too much, my brain starts to malfunction, apparently. Excuse me, apparently I choke on water. I was gonna make a joke about how Sacroletius says this channel is intended for mature audiences, but I think the moment's passed when I've choked on water and I can't speak anymore. Anyway, I really appreciate it, y'all, and yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna post, you know, when we know a more definitive release date, I'm gonna post a news post on Patreon. I'll link it to the subreddit, Discord, etc., etc. And yeah, I think that about covers it. So I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Please stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you next week at the same time. Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah. But it's, yeah.